Nice. What's up, everyone? Only got 12 viewers in here. Oh,
Uh,
hear myself for some reason. Let's cancel that. Oh, look, Kanoki, look at your handsome devil little face.
yep, it's me. And
Fantastic, fantastic.
why can't we see you, Leonard? What happened?
You
It
too.
does.
I'm vanished, haven't I? Bear with me. Let me. I need to turn my light on. I'll get my camera on as well.
I'm pretty sure it's because the how do you call that already? They fell off, so you don't want to show your true face, your eyes.
Exactly,
Might be why.
exactly. I'm just trying to cover up my ugliness.
That's why I wear a headset, so we cannot see my hair on the sides. Otherwise, it's terrible. But
Is it receding? That's what I always worry about. It's like, oh crap! I look in the mirror and it's like, is it receding yet? Is it receding?
no, 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 no. Me, it's the opposite. There is
Oh,
too
okay.
much, but on the side only. It doesn't go up. It goes only on the sides. So it's
Yeah. See, I wear a cap. That's my secret.
yeah.
Just putting a cap on.
I might put on a hoodie. And there you go.
Where's the camera thing? Um, hmm, can't see it. Maybe it's on here. No, maybe
Face
not.
reveal when
Hmm?
Lionheart? Face reveal? No.
Face. Um, I'll sort it out in a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Um. Oh, big raid from Brem. What's up, big Bremmy boy? How was your stream, buddy?
Oh, do we have a feed?
So I think this time we're definitely going to be watching them live rather than from recordings, which is
Nice.
always nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Clearly. Easy versus ChefSudiste. What's your prediction, Lionheart?
What's Easy's name in is it just Easy? Is that his name
No,
on
it's something ish something. I can't remember. Just give me a sec. I'm lowering Discord sound a little bit, I think. There you go. It's okay. So my browser just closed with everything I had open. Give me a sec, because I searched just before, because I was like, who is he? And so there is Chef Sudiste, and there is uh, Ishgrig from Amt. That's his name.
It's what?
I'm gonna link it to you. It's like a German thing. I don't know. It's very very weird. Ich krieg Deutsch von Amt. I learned Dutch first language, by the way, for a few years, and yet I'm still very bad at it. So don't mind me, German people watching. I tried my hardest, I swear, but couldn't go through with it.
I take it English is easy to learn, is it?
I learned English on Discord, talking
Did you really?
with people. Yeah. I was terrible at school, and I started playing Guild Wars 2, and I liked the world v world kind of thing, 40 versus 40 people. And at one point, I was getting pretty good at it, and I wanted to lead people in doing this, But I had to lead in English, so that's when I learned to play
Oh,
to learn to speak English actually. So
interesting. So this
I
guy's elo currently is 1779, and his highest elo was 1998.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think this might be a 4-0
For
whitewash here.
ChefSudiste, you think?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
Ah,
as much shit I give ChefSudiste for being a port bot, basically a plus 200 elo Portuguese bot. Um, he's better than 1779 elo. So I have to
okay,
give him
okay.
some credit.
Okay, okay. Because
um,
I was wondering, since it's a best of seven, you know, maybe the fact that he's so focused on few sieves might become an issue going
what
longer
does easy
in the
play? It looks
series.
like easy plays German,
Everything.
France. Oh, he plays everything, does he? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. He
Okay,
doesn't play OSA, basically, and Swedish. But other than that, he plays everything. And those two sieves are not played in this tournament, so there you go.
that's good. All right, so he's got a. I mean, that's the benefit of him. I think Chef Sadis plays quite a few civs though as well. Although he doesn't, although he's a port bot and that inflates his elo. He at least knows how to play the other civs still. Do you know what I mean? Like he plays a lot
Yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
team game stuff. So,
Oh,
um, but
talking of
who knows?
Portuguese, but
The king of
apparently
Portuguese bot.
he picked Portuguese as his first sieve in the series. So there
What
you
a
go.
surprise!
What a surprise!
Who would have
Portuguese,
guessed?
Portuguese versus Spanish, and it's gonna be on Great Plains. How do you feel about this? Portuguese versus
Uh,
Spanish.
we've seen Spain now. Like, this is the third consecutive series I've casted now. One from yesterday, one from about an hour ago, and every game we've seen someone open as Spain on Great Plains. So,
Yeah.
and I've already spoke about already how many times like it's a great sieve for Spain. It's a good sieve for like it's not just good for like in a tournament setting. Spain are more simple to play than some
Mm.
other civs, so it's if you're a bit nervous, maybe it's a good one to kind of ease yourself into the series. So
I see. See. But like on Great Plains with the safe TP at the back, like you're gonna secure it extremely fast early in the game. So like those shipments are gonna start rolling
mm,
very quickly. Portuguese, though, with good access to food on Great Plains, not bad. I was wondering if he was going to keep Portuguese for a water map, for example, or something like this, but no. No, no, no. He opens straight away with it. So, gonna be interesting.
indeed, indeed. I would like to see some FI stuff here from Easy. Not gonna lie,
Yeah, yeah,
I would
yeah.
like to see
Same,
an industrial stuff
same. Because I feel
because
like a simple FF, I'm not sure it's gonna break Portugal. You know, you might get one TC, but
yeah.
are you gonna kill Portugal? I'm not sure. But maybe I'm wrong. Like I don't know the matchups very well. So
No, no, it's very difficult because Portugal are basically busted now. So,
yeah, yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah,
yeah, in the old days, right? In the old days, as Portugal, you got fucked up by Spain, like you got massively fucked up, like back in the
yeah.
day. But and so the only way that you could kind of survive the Spain FF is normally by going for a fort and then getting because you can age up fast, so get that fort up before the two falconets come in
Yep.
and you had to kind of turtle though quite hard and that
Organs.
was generally yeah and then you could only get two organ guns and which got
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely obliterated by two falconets so it was always historically a really bad matchup for Portugal but these days it's the other way around which is
Mm.
ridiculous.
I feel like a spawn of colonial militia, you know, a good spawn of colonial militia army, like the 15 and organ guns, and that's it pretty much for
Yeah,
the FF timing. So I
yeah,
don't know.
exactly.
You might you might be slower to edge up though, by going for
mm.
those two, but
Well, we'll see. We're loading into the game. I can see Big Robot in chat. How you doing,
yeah,
Big
still.
Robot? Okay, we ready?
We ready?
All right, let's go. Game number one. Seen the map before. Everyone knows this map. It is Mr. Great Plains, the El Clasico. Here we go. We spoke about this. We've already done consecutive series. So we spoke about the maps and we spoke about Spain on the map. So we'll see if we can just whiz through this age one quite nicely and see where we go from there. So we've got in the north of the map is that's Spain, right? Yeah. So we got Spain in the north of the map. We got Mr. Easy, who I cannot pronounce that name. I'm not even
I'm
going
not
to
gonna try.
try.
I'm not gonna try. No, 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 no.
You came closer than I did. You came closer than I did. So
Ich krieg durch von Amt, something like this. So yeah.
that's good
And
because that's better than my impression, which will be Ich kann's das Nassband.
I have some bad feelings about this one, but yeah. And in the south, we have playing Portuguese as a surprise, obviously. ChefSudiste in the red, already taking a TP. Very normal build order, probably gonna do a 10-10 into a fast fortress. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen.
Oh, wait,
Oh yeah, no, he's
that's
not got
announced.
anyone on wood, right? So that is definitely going to be doing a 10-10 by the look. Oh no, he's gone for a
No,
house.
no.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, that's announced. Okay, okay.
okay. I didn't see that. Yeah. So I'm looking at the stream, not the other one. Let me full screen it so we can see it better. So yeah. So okay. So Chef Sudiste will go for like a 13-20. So he'll go up to 13 villagers, unless he finds a really good food treasure and he goes for 12 villagers. Fatoria's first card coming in. So not taking any chances here, playing pretty standard. Don't get me started on that card Fatorius or Portugal in as a whole, because I'll just go off the bandwagon and I'll start abusing all port players and how they're all plus 200 elo. So
yeah, the Civ is pretty strong right now. Like you get an FF timing in 6 minutes 30, free TC, and it's pretty hard to actually kill you like at that timing if you are not one of those native civs, with some crazy rushes. So yeah, and already we can see that ChefSudiste picked up 2 food treasures, small ones, but it starts to add up. So maybe we'll go for a 12-20. On this side, we can see Spain. He has gone for the 3 villager, I guess, I believe, and he's likely going into capitalism, I believe. I haven't seen his deck yet. Okay, so capitalism likely coming in right now. Yep, there you go. And he's gonna do apparently a normal FF. So what is that? Is that 5 villager 700 coin or straight 700 coin, Leonard? And we lost Leonard.
oh, sorry, I'm back.
No problem. I was asking, like, is it gonna be 5 settlers and 700 coin or straight 700 coin 700 wood? I
It
believe
won't
the second one,
be.
right?
So it won't be 5 vil 700 gold.
Okay.
But it could be. So I'm one of the only ones that's doing it at the moment. I like skipping 700 coin and just going for 5
Okay, I
villagers,
see.
and it's only a little bit slower. But I tend to do falconet play or like FI stuff. So with that, it's better.
Okay.
But I think we're just going to see a standard stuff. To be honest with you, I really don't know how Easy plays at all. I
Me neither.
can't really remember the last time I saw him. So I think we'll see something similar. Like I said, I like, if you're playing a better player, right? This is my mentality. If you're playing someone better than you, what I like to do is try to negate the skill aspect from it by just like derping 2 heavy cannons and revolting and just trying your luck. Because you never know, right? You never know. Like, a revolt can always win because you can get lucky with a revolt. You could get like death hussars, and you could just like get lucky that they connect and his units mess up and stuff like that. Whilst if he tries to play conventionally, I think there's a lot more that skill can play into it. So yeah, I mean that's just my mentality. Of course I'll say revolt because that's my favorite thing. But
You revolt.
yeah, exactly.
It's also about like throwing your opponent off. Like you drag him into territories he doesn't really know. But we can see
Exactly.
the Earths from Spain kinda hurting right now, while on Portuguese side it's a bit better. So already like the FF is gonna be delayed a little bit with those guns. But he has gone for a second TP, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure if second TP is usual for an FF, but if I'm
No,
correct,
it's
that's not.
not.
So maybe we
That's
are gonna see
strange.
something different. Can we see shipments on the side of Spain, because he just a job? Okay, so we have 700 coin on both sides. So we'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. Maybe an FF with 2 TPs in order to get more shipments. Maybe an FF with Spanish gold or something like this. And like try to spam shipment. I don't know. Bit weird.
Generally, if you go for second TP, that generally means that you're going because Spain just with one TP, Spain gets shipment after shipment after shipment. So
Yeah,
having two
exactly.
TPs isn't really going to make too much difference. So generally, the reason you see two TPs is because he's going to want to go for Stagecoach. So I imagine we'll see when the 700 wood comes in, we'll probably see Stagecoach, and that is a very ballsy second TC, may I add.
Yeah.
That feels like a huge mistake to me. Wow, that is crazy.
At the same time, it's far away from the first, so like Spain will have to choose between the first and the second TC. But yeah, I follow you on that because that TC is going to be very exposed. If Easy decides to go with 2 Falconets on this. But at the same time, it can be a diversion. The base is basically safe while Spain is pushing on that second TC, so
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. I would be surprised to see Stagecoach because of the map. I feel like you are basically giving Stagecoach to a Portuguese, and the time it's gonna pay off. You paid 400 resources, so initially, so you give a bit of tempo to Portuguese. I'm not sure you want to do that, but we will see. Maybe that's what's coming. And we can see already the edge up in queue for Portuguese, and we are gonna see where this third TC is gonna go. Likely more defensive, I believe, or maybe he's going to use this second TC to go even more on the right side of the map, but that would be weird to me. And we can see Bishop coming from Spain, so it's going to be a greedy Fortress Age from Spain. So does he have the greedy card? Can we see the deck from Spain? Okay, he has the year. I can't remember the name of this card.
Oh, Marvelous Year.
Marvelous Year, yeah.
You
So
know
maybe
what?
that's what we're going to see. Maybe Spanish Gold
Yeah.
Marvelous Year.
See, I like that, and we've got the forward outpost because, of course,
Yeah.
you always do a forward outpost versus Portugal. But yeah, I mean, normally you suspect the scout, right? Because 9 times out of 10 people age up with the scout. But yeah, so I like the 2 TC play with Spanish Gold, 1K Wood, and then Marvelous Year, which is the
Exactly.
build. With that, that's very, very strong eco. And then you can get like double racks, you can add other infrastructure as well. And it's actually, you'd be surprised by how well you can outboom. Even Portugal, you can, it
Yeah.
takes Portugal a while to try and outscale that because, yeah, Spain's eco is seriously good with that build order.
Yeah. It's gonna be a huge villager spike as well as the villager gathering faster. So it can lead into a very quick transition to a big economy and maybe an industrial age. We will see. The TC wagon is going out, and we can see the third TC is going towards the south. Way safer position behind the TP with line of sight, securing yet another hunt. So very back TCs though. Like he hasn't pushed towards the middle of the map. Spain with that outpost is controlling the middle of the map. So we will see. He will basically be able to choose where he wants to push, and we can see some cav, I believe, coming out on the field. Is it some cav from Spain? No, it's infantry actually. Ro32, it seems. Yeah.
I love the amount of units he's already got out.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Two Falconets is on the way as his first shipment. Don't like that because that's. I mean, maybe he's forced to do it. Is this his first shipment? Is this his first or second shipment in H3?
I believe it's the first. Yeah, it's the first because he edged up a little bit late because of the
Yeah.
bishop. We can see the second TC going towards the south, securing 2 to 3 hunts. So, like, in terms of resources, very good TC placement, but is it going to be safe for very long? That's the question when we see such a mass. And the 2 Falconets are now on the field, probably coming out of the base and going to join with the Roderos. We'll see if he plays defensive or if he tries to go for a push on the soft side. Maybe he's gonna try to get this TC, but I feel like if he does try, he might get caught trying to push that soft TC by the Portuguese.
Oh yeah. All right, we've got some Rodoleros, we've got some dogs, we've got 2 Falconets, but this, I'm not gonna lie, this already looks over. Like when it's at 9 minutes of the game and Portugal are 2K score in front, you know the game is gonna be rough. Like this is just, and is it is the wrong build order, but still, like this just shows you how insane Portugal really are. Like
Yeah.
they're up in score versus Spain at 9 minutes. Like that was unheard of. Like even a couple of years ago in this matchup, and now it's just this is the reality we have to
It's
deal with
normal.
against Portugal.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And he's not even the thing is about this build order. Normally, when you age up with the bishop, you see the marvelous year and Spanish
Yeah,
gold build,
yeah.
right, and the 1K wood. But he hasn't done that. He's basically just done a normal kind of Spain build.
Yeah,
whilst
and
aging
look
up
at
with
the
bishop.
difference. Look at the difference in mass and the start. The fight is starting. The Falconet being shot. 1 Falconet down. Only 1 Falconet left on the field, and it's gonna go down to the Dragoons. I feel like this push is not long for this world, maybe with the Lancers, but look at the amount of Dragoons. I'm feeling bad for this one, Lionheart.
Yeah. Think about goons there are, man. How ports, man? They never used to be able to
Yeah.
do this. It's so ridiculous. And now, oh god, this is. I mean, the Lancers are getting stuck in there, but there's not that many of them left.
No.
There's a few skirms in the back though. There's a decent amount of skirms, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
More guns than Rodoleros is not a good sign if you ask me. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
actually, he has no scum on the field yet. Like only the guns, and there is only scums left on the other side. I feel like he shouldn't try to trade right now with his guns. He should back off, wait for a few cazadors, and just remass. You know, like those scums it shows us are gonna do nothing. Can they push? The answer is likely no. And that's what he's doing finally. Going back with his goons, probably gonna mass some Cazador behind, wait for while Spain is waiting for the second Lancer shipment. So yeah, 2 TC into basically only military shipment, which seems kinda off to me. It's like he's trying to do 2 things at once, you know, and usually doesn't work very well. While on this side, ChefSudiste is going full goons with, oh, they called already, organ guns. So there you go.
Yeah, 3 organ guns, one of the most OP shipments
Yep.
in the game. Like seriously, 3 freaking organ guns is coming in right now. 2 Falconets have been taken down. He doesn't have an answer. He does not have an answer to these organ guns. He's
Yeah.
going to need a hell of a lot of rods. And yeah, I think this is when those organ guns start getting those kills under their belt. I think this is going to be over.
And they are pushing forward slowly but surely. Did the South TC got repaired? That might be one of the only way out, but oh wait, the first shot. And there you go.
Oh,
Eesh, it hurts, mate. That
organ
sound.
guns are so good.
Yeah.
They are so good. Do you remember when they had that crazy target lock? Like before they got nerfed?
Oh,
They had that
yeah.
insane target lock and they were so broken.
It's like get sniped from the other side of the map, you know.
Yeah.
But,
Even
yeah,
the
yeah.
target lock even worked on villagers, so villagers would run out on line of sight but still get like
Oh.
10 killed. Oh god, it was
And-
ridiculous.
And you know, villagers that tend to group up for no reason while running out, and suddenly, boom, you lose
Yeah.
10 villagers instead of 2. And there you go, the big fight. The organ guns, for now, are not being caught in melee. That's it. The Rodoleros are finally connecting. 1 organ going down, the second one, finally, all the organ guns are down. And actually, Spain putting a defense right there, because there is no scum, and we can see Portuguese is trying to expand onto hunts, but that's an army from Spain right there. I'm not sure it can, but wait, Dragoons are strong.
Yeah, they are. And it's bad when you lose your 3 organ guns for free and you're still free 4K score up.
Yeah.
Says it all. And Ports can literally just go full. Yeah, they just go full goon and they win this matchup. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, man. Yeah. I mean, chat knows. Chat. He sent goon combat. Like, come on, man. Like, how can Portugal get away with that? Like, how can Portugal get away with that, man? Like, they're playing against Spain. I mean, it was a bad Spain build, but still, like, all you have to do with Portugal is 10-10, ship Fatorius, 700 gold, 700 wood, and then spam goons. That's literally all you need to do in this matchup. And then ship the odds, Cazador or organ gun batch, and you just win. You just win. It's that
That's what it
it's
is.
so ridiculous.
That's what it did. You put your TCs
Yep.
a bit at the back, so it starts to push onto them, and that's it. You force your opponent to commit. You punish with a more mobile army, and GG. GG easy, it seems.
GG.
Yeah.
GG.
Yeah,
I'm
we can
actually starting
see
to
like
think that like Spain age 2 play might actually be the best way to try and deal with ports, but there's just I don't know, man. It's just such a bad matchup.
would love to see logistician play, but I'm not
Oh
sure.
yeah.
I'm not sure it would do
No.
versus Portugal, because they edge up stupidly fast, like stupidly fast to Fortress Edge, and once
Yeah.
those organs are out, like that's tough with a colonial army, you know. So interesting
Well,
game.
interesting game. Chef's best civ has his plus 300 elo civ has been used already now, so be interesting to see what he does next. So Easy's got it's like, right, if I was Easy, I'd be like, right, that's that out of the way. I expected a loss against Portugal. Now it's
Yeah,
time
me
to kind of
as well.
focus on the next few games.
The series is starting. That's it. That's what's happening right now, and it's going to be
Yeah.
on Dakota. Very interesting map for natives in particular. Very good natives on Dakota. The Cree, if I'm correct, are always there. And oh, interesting matchup. Interesting matchup. It's going to be German versus Ottomans.
Germany versus Otto. Let's go. Are we ready on the stream? We got that sexy transition. There we go, baby. There we go. All right, let's go. So we've got Mr. Boring playing as Ottoman in red. He's in the south of the map. Going against Easy, who's playing as the Germans in the north of the map. And I can't say Germany or I can't say Germans normally anymore. I have to quote. Was it Snatch or which film was it? It's one of those gangster films. I just have to quote it every now. And when they say it goes the Germans, it's
The
just I don't know
Germans.
why. Yeah,
Uh,
it's just too funny.
Yeah, I wonder, like, with this matchup, are we gonna see what we saw from Ace? If I'm correct, earlier this week was a native approach with German in order to counter, if I'm correct, a Spanish FF or something. I wonder if we are gonna see something similar, because once again, an FF Civ picked against basically he picked German in response, so he must have something
Oh.
something ready.
Interesting, interesting. Someone in chat said, "Can the caster be impartial, please?" No, I cannot. No, that's your answer. No, I
Nah,
cannot.
and it's more fun that way, you know.
Oh yeah, it's more. It's definitely more fun for me. I don't know about
Uh,
chat. Oh dear. Do you know what? Do you know what? I actually don't like. If I hate this matchup as Otto. I feel like
mhm.
this is. I feel like it's always been quite a bad matchup for Otto. I just feel like Wall. I mean, sometimes yes, sometimes no, but generally, age 3 Germany just completely destroys
Yeah,
age 3 Otto. Like completely destroys it.
yeah.
Like Janissaries are bad because they just get absolutely shat on by Skirm and
Uhlans?
Warwagon. Uhlans just shit on basically everything, including
Mm.
Abbas guns. I have to say, I think one of the best units that Otto has in this matchup is the Azaps, which you don't
Yeah.
often see. But I generally think that Azaps is a really strong option in this matchup. Like literally, like going mass Azap Abbas gun is quite a strong matchup here.
We have a contest, and that's going to be ChefSudiste. But yeah, to respond to what you were saying, one of the big thing to me is that, like, Ottoman, they don't pay for the villagers, but there are very few villagers, and when you lose one, like it really sucks, you know. And when you play versus Germany with 3 Uhlans that are basically the best raid, one of the best cavalry raid in the game, I don't know. To me, at least, it's way too hard. You know, like I don't have
Yeah.
the APM. I don't have the awareness to basically deal with all those raids, and we will see if that's
Neither
what's
do
gonna
I,
happen.
mate. Neither do
Yeah,
I. That's why I just
that's
FI every game with a fort.
exactly. That's why we
Because
evolved.
screw APM. Who needs APM when you can put a fort down?
Exactly.
That's
And
my mentality anyway. Silk
you
Road
sit
coming in.
behind the fort. Yeah, Silk Road, probably gonna go for a second TP. Is that a quartermaster edge up? I believe. I think
Can we have a look?
he's for.
Yeah, can we have it was quartermaster.
Yeah,
Can
yeah,
we have
yeah.
a look at ChefSudiste base? So if we look at the Ottoman's base, has he left? So did he ship 3 villagers first, or is that his first shipment? I presume that's his second shipment. Oh, okay,
Second
that makes sense.
shipment, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it was his first shipment, what you normally expect to see with a first shipment is, like to leave like some of the crates on the floor, only
Yeah.
25 resources in there, and then obviously that buffs up to like 40 or so, or 45 or something like that. But obviously he's going that second. So that's I haven't seen Freeville into Silk Road in a long time. So obviously we're going to see age 2,
Yeah,
what do you
very
call it?
aggressive.
Stagecoach play here by
Yeah,
ChefSudiste.
stagecoach. Exactly, and we can see 2 villagers, I believe, going towards the middle of the map, probably for a forward base from ChefSudiste. On this side, what is the Germans doing, as you call them? Is going
You got to say
as well.
Z. So the Germans.
The German.
There we
So it's
go.
correct.
That's
There you go.
good. Yeah.
But yeah, edging up with the quartermaster as well. He's getting a TP in transition as you should, and we can see he's chopping quite a lot of wood, probably for a second house and getting ready to get market upgrade maybe, or just a production building. We will see. Likely a stable, I believe.
Yeah.
Or
It's
is, or
okay.
is he gonna go for racks? He's gonna go
Stagecoach
for
already
racks.
coming in. It's good. Surely it's a Rax. Yeah, so he's going for a
Yeah,
Rax.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't actually know what Germany does. Like how? I mean, they have lots of ways of dealing with this. Obviously, they have like one of the best crossbow shipments in the game,
Yeah,
which is like 8 crossbows and 2 Ulons, which is an
yeah.
insane shipment to deal with Janissary pressure.
And we can see Azaps. Azaps, by the way.
Oh,
With
is he
700
making
wood.
Azaps?
Yeah, yeah, he
Oh
is.
yeah.
He is.
Oh, I can see. Yeah.
So
Okay.
you were right, mates. Interesting.
Yeah. I like Azaps against age 3 Germany because obviously that's when war
Well,
wagons come in,
yeah.
and Azaps are good versus war wag. They're obviously in their natural neutral state. They're very good against light cavalry, goons and. But they're very. The thing I like about Azaps as well is they act as a really good meat shield because if cavalry dive in, then you force Azaps to go into melee, which that they get their multiplier in melee versus
Yeah.
heavy cav, but they only get their multiplier versus dragoons or war wagons in their ranged attack. So Azaps kind of counters two
Both.
units,
Yeah.
whilst Abbas guns also counter 2 units, which is Skems and war wagons. So together, if you've got good micro, they kind of do well. And like you take like what's the cavalry archer, right? Cavalry archer obviously does the similar role to Azap. However, cavalry archer only counters 1 unit, whilst Azap's technically counter 2. So that's why I like Azaps in this matchup.
Also, like when you think about it, like most German units have a lot of attacks, so they tend to overkill when you have a lot of units that don't have a lot of HP. And Cavalchar don't really fit this description. They are more expensive and stuff, so like less overkill basically. And
that's a really good way of looking at it. Yeah.
On the German side, we can see the racks going up. He's gonna train some crossbowmen. He's shipping 700 wood, I believe. I believe that's the 700 wood, probably gone for the 3 settler wagon into 700 wood, and he's gonna miss the second batch of crossbowmen. That may be an issue actually. Like 4 less crossbowmen on the field at this point, probably gonna cost him a TP. To be fair.
Yeah, that's pretty painful actually. And I mean, crossbows will do. I mean, Azaps can still do. They do well versus crossbows in like good enough masses. Obviously they're going to trade worse, but they can still contest in large enough numbers. I would like to see 700 gold next here, and the age up coming from Germany. So
don't sit basically in colonial because you might get outmassed with abusive guns, as you like to call them.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I would like to see his Ulons keep the Ottoman player busy here. So those Ulons I would like to see in his base. Sieging this stuff just is a complete waste of time and effort.
I agree.
On these Ulons. So needs to get them moving around. trying to pick off some villagers and let his crossbows do the work.
And we can see the 4th TP getting secured by the Ottoman. I'm surprised we are not seeing yet. Oh wait, he has gone for the native, so he's likely going with the Cree behind this, training some Cree villager. So he's fine, basically sitting back, not going for abusive gun yet, not going for more production, and just defending the TP line and defending the Cree settlement, and trying to outboom basically German.
So greedy, man. It's so greedy. But now we see free Delhi shipment coming in, and
Yep.
oh god, Easy was just sleeping on the job. And those Delhi are gonna definitely get some value out of that. And Ulan's just chilling, not doing anything. Pikeman finally connecting, and that's gonna hurt. And this is what I was talking about. Look at the amount of ASAPs he's got. And in this sort of mass, they can trade against anything. Like they'll trade really well versus crossbows. They've got really good range, so he could just push there without worrying.
I think he doesn't want to because he basically out-ecos his opponent, so he's just gonna keep sitting back. But what is Germany doing right now? Because as you said, to deal with that many ASAPs, we are gonna need some power, some fortress age stuff. Something that can actually deal with mass of infantry or maybe Doppelstunder wouldn't be too bad. But if you start mixing in doppels, it's like versus Ottomans, it's like abusive gun are just gonna come in and clean house basically, and you're gonna lose a ton of resources. So I'm not sure we are gonna see that. The TP wasn't repaired though, so it's gonna fall at least.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. It's a start, at least. It's a start. I'm not sure how much I like the Age 2 play from Germany, but he seems to have Otto's on the run here, so maybe this could work. I would like to see him pick up that TP instantly. He wants to make sure he gets his Explorer and make sure you retake that TP. He needs to focus on this barracks, stop any more units coming out of that barracks, no matter what. He has to prioritize the barracks. And I think he's going to. Is it going to be any more units out of it? No. So good stuff there. Now he's free to move on to the other TP line. So that's really good stuff. Yeah. Although I do see an artillery foundry, so you know what's coming.
Abusive guns. And also a batch of delis stopped a Ulan Red soft side. So very well played here by ChefSudiste. I'm surprised it took so long to actually diversify his army. I feel like it cost him a little bit of map control and most of the TP line, honestly, like losing 2 TPs right now. That's it. German is back on the eco side, I believe. They are likely equal now. Maybe German is a bit ahead, but there you go. We can see some dailies, some Abus guns being produced now, and that's where basically auto becomes scary. It's when you add those units with more punching power than the giants, than the ASAPs.
Yeah, and this build now is starting to get scary because ASAP Delhi is a seriously scary build. You don't think it, like it doesn't feel like it should be really strong, but it's really, really strong. Because ASAPs, again, like I said, they don't counter pikes, but they can range pikes. They counter Dragoon type units. So it's very difficult to beat Delhi when you've got so much Abbas and ASAP guns protecting them.
Yeah, also like pikes, like the ASAPs don't counter pikes, but pikes don't counter ASAP, and we can see an engagement, the Delhi getting the snare, and he's trying to get the abusive guns in range. The Ulans tanking for now. We can see the ASAPs going in melee. The Ulans are going to have to retreat. The pikes are not there. They're sieging a TP on the south. They have to cancel in order to come to the rescue. But he's likely going to lose some villagers. We can see the snare, keeping the snare with those delis and starting to do damage. The mass from Germany dwindling, but you can see the Minutemen go.
The Minutemen coming in, but the Delhi just aren't dying quick enough. Minutemen need to be targeting the Abbas guns. Oh, Delhi got a lot of work there, but Robot's saying easy one. I'm not convinced, man. I'm not convinced. That's a lot of pikes, though. Yeah, that's a lot of pikemen. If Minutemen can get on the Abbas guns, he needs to be moving in his X crossbows, getting within range of all of that, so he can kite really well. He's got his hero there. Maybe his hero can try and get a melee in. I mean, Easy's up in score, so
And
know.
Germany went H3 behind this. Like we didn't catch that, but he
Oh,
wasn't
I
big up
missed
to
that.
Fortress Edge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
hell
now he
yeah.
has skirmishers on the field. And
Oh,
now
let's
that's
go.
a very
Easy.
different story. And we can see that we have some war wagons coming behind this. Those dailies have like 10 seconds to do monstrous damage or it's done. And Easy won this game.
Oh, for the love
So
of God, micro easy. Oh, Jesus Christ.
there you go. The daily are connecting. They are starting to do tremendous amount of damage. The war wagons, we can see them at the top. Is he gonna drag? I think he's gonna pull those units with the war wagons, and the war wagons are gonna come in to deal with the dailies. There we go. And now I believe ChefSudiste has to go back. Yeah. There you go. The war wagons are gonna completely turn, and we can see that the mass from Ottoman just isn't there anymore. Like he doesn't really have a mass now after all those fights.
Yeah, that native that Germany has got is which native is that?
It's the Cree. It's always the Cree on defense
Okay, always the Cree,
on
always the.
Dakota.
See, I do like Cheyenne though on this map because Cheyenne give you that bison herd, which I feel like is really, really important. But he's gone for the Cree, so of course, yeah. So he's gonna be getting the Cree villagers, which is really good. The score's still quite close though. Germany's only up what 2K score. So Germany needs to make the decision now, which is always an interesting one. Like, does he go for the does he decide to siege down TPs or does he try and go and push his opponent? I think what he should do here is take this TP down, go straight into ChefSudiste base, take that TP, completely take that TP, and then kind of push back and try and secure the TP line himself. That's what I would like to see. Because if he takes the TP line, Ottoman's eco isn't that scary.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like he has to eat the eco, so the TP line, and then commit. Like Ottoman without an eco, they have an hard time massing in general. Like they get an initial mass because they don't pay for villager, but once you clean them up, you know, they're a bit slow to remass. He already cleaned the initial wave, I would say. So if I was him as Germany, I would just take my time right there, take the TP line, take the time to mass behind it, while my opponent is still in colonial. Don't commit under the TC and get a pop on you, basically. And yeah, just play it slow. Like you are in the driving seat, so no need to rush, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, he's sieging TPs. I would rather him try and get a bit of kiting going against the
Yeah,
eco and stuff
I
like
see
that.
what you
But
mean.
it's not wrong per se to go for the TP line. But again, he's pushing in now, a little bit late. But taking down infrastructure buildings is really, really important because he's got all three right, and that means you want to take them down before there's any veterancy techs come in. And all of these units, all of Otto's units, are gonna need veterancy techs. So ChefSudiste is gonna have to decide which veterancy techs he wants to get now.
So he's getting one, and I believe that's the one for the Abuse, I believe. Yeah, there you go. And he's gonna ship 2 Falcons behind this, so that's what I was saying. Like, the 2 Falcons shipment can be scary, but at the same time, there is not much mass to really clean up. Like, how is he gonna snare this entire army and make sure that he can clean this army with 2 Falconets? I'm not sure. There we go, the 2 Falconets. Is he gonna connect? Boom! Good volley, actually. 2 crossbows, I believe, and maybe 1 skirmisher going down. But, second volley.
They got another volley that hurts. Don't go in for more. Oh, don't go in. Okay, good.
Yeah, good. There you
Thought
go.
he'd be gluttony for punishment there, but he managed to take the stable and the artillery down, which is really good because taking the artillery foundry down delays like any further Abbas guns for a while, so that's pretty good.
I agree, and we can see now he's going back, likely gonna siege that left side TP, I believe. Good raid with Ulans. Actually, gigantic raid with Ulans. I believe he lost like almost 10 villagers because of those
Wow,
Ulans.
yeah,
Very good.
yeah, great raid.
Can we compare the villager counts on both sides? Like, how is it going on German side? We can see 29 versus 37, and they are like 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, I believe.
Yeah, it
Math.
should be 8 settler wagons, right? It should be 8
8
settler wagons.
settler wagon, yeah. So that's basically 50 villagers on one side, while we have way less on the side of Ottoman. So very good right there. We can see the arsenal coming up. What is he getting in the arsenal? Likely counter infantry rifling, I believe. That's likely what he's getting there. Because
CIR would be big brain here, definitely, because that will affect the Abbas. That will affect the Skirms multiplier
yeah.
versus the Azaps. So
ASAPs.
yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah.
really good.
And we can see Grey Coat coming, but a bit late. The raid already did the
Mhm.
damage. So yeah, always is bad. You know, you lose
Oh,
10
let's
villagers.
go.
Oh, and Great Coat
This
is not there. Just finished, just finished. So maybe he's gonna lose one less villager. Oof, 27 down to 26, and that's
huge
where it
raid.
hurts. Yeah, yeah,
Huge
yeah.
raid. Now he just needs to make. Now all he needs to do is that was fantastic. Now he just needs to make sure he gets out without like losing his whole
Losing,
military,
yeah,
man. Yeah,
yeah,
just as
yeah.
long as he just. Oh, is that Abbas? Oh, for a second I thought that was Spahi on the way. No, okay. So as Germany, sorry, Otto are struggling for food here. Really, really
Yeah.
struggling for food here. He's desperate to get the TP line back, and Germany really need to ensure that that can't happen because with Silk Road, each TP is worth a lot of villagers in like economy wise.
Also, like, that's one of those moments, you know, it might be worth it to put that TP line onto food because right now it's really struggling. We can see that there is one herd at the south, but it has been raided. There is one herd next to in between the two TPs up north, but same, it's going to be really hard to push. We can see that he placed a TC basically up north, maybe to try to actually like get some food, secure a herd, but that's not on a herd, I believe. Like the second TP from Ottoman up north. So yeah, he's gonna have issues accessing food, and we can see he's pushing villager, but that's exactly where Germany is going. You can see the big herd on the right side, and Germany is heading straight up there. And there you go. He
Yeah.
sees the villagers.
Very, very nice. Chefs is hot on his tail, though, and I'm sure he does. He knows it, so he's got to be careful here. Don't want those falconets getting pop shots off, but he does have... Does he have counter infantry rifling now? Did we see that
Ah,
coming in?
I think he does.
Oh, he's got
Can we?
so many resources. He's got so many resources.
He's gonna
Oh,
edge up.
but this is scary, though, because if he gets caught... Oh, no. This could be scary.
Yeah. He needs to go back. He needs to go back
But
right
with
there.
Minutemen now, Germany
Yeah.
can get clean pretty hard here. But 9 cap coming in.
Do we have a shipment on the side of ChefSudiste? That's the big question. Is there a pop? No shipment, so it's likely going to be fine for Germany. We can see the fight breaking up. The war wagons actually tanking. The Uhlans going in on the north, on the militia. The war wagons getting cleaned actually by the ASAPs, and that looks like a terrible fight for Germany right now.
Yeah, I mean the war wagons went forward to clean up the falconets, which he did. But you're right, Azap absolutely destroy war wagons, and that just went to show how badly they beat them. But as long as he survives, okay, as long as he can survive here, Otto should actually be pushing here. Otto should be pushing. But so that's giving Germany a massive break. Is Germany aging up now?
That's the big question, yeah.
I think they should be, right?
Yeah. And he's not.
Wow.
He's messing. So
Wow.
quite a bit of another reaction right there by Germany. I think he got afraid by the push. You know, he felt like he had to basically react. And we can see, I believe, there is cavalry archer coming on the field on the side of ChefSudiste, I believe. I'm not sure that's the shipment you really want. Oh no, that's Sipais. That's Sipais. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Big Sipais. He's gonna have to clean those war wagons though, but he just killed 6 of them, I believe, in the last fight. So the Sipais will have more space thanks to that fight against the war wagons.
Oh, I don't think this is going to go well for. I mean, there's more skirms coming in. There's more Udons coming in. I don't know what's going to happen here.
The war wagons are getting tucked at the back, and they are going to be alive for the CPA shipment. We can see he's trying to push on them. That's nice play actually. But ChefSudiste is trying to clean the war wagon.
Oh, but Spahi, no! Oh no, the Spahi coming. Are they going to save the day? But there's so many Ulons there. I think Germany is still going to be good here, actually.
Yeah, I think so. Like there are so many Ulans. These CPIs are not going to be enough. Some war wagons are still up, and we can see they deal tremendous damage to those CPIs and the Ulan just cleaning house. There is only Abus guns now.
Ah,
That's it.
oh,
That's
it was
it.
messy. And now villagers are trying to run for their lives. Don't let those villagers escape easy. Hunt them down. Hunt them down.
We can see one take hit for the team right there, and he's not gonna chase further. He's gonna go for the TC instead. Wait. I talked a little bit too early. Is he gonna get more? Ah!
Oh, he was hunting for them. Oh, he put them
Oh,
on the gold mine.
yeah, a bit ambitious right there. I'm not sure that's what you wanted to do, but
As long as he
actually
kills
saving
the
them
one
with
from the
Azap.
TC, as long as he kills the ones from the TC.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think he will. I think he will. We can see they are slowly migrating right there. Nah, those guys are not getting
yeah,
out alive.
most of them should die. So
Yeah.
fantastic stuff. He's up to 36 vils, or down to 36 vils, should I say now? Otto's trying to get the native vils as well. I can see that Easy is trying to build a TP. He's got to deny. He has to at least deny the 2 TPs on the left side of the map. Like
Yeah,
that
agreed.
is like mandatory that he just secures that. So at least it's even Stevens when it comes to the TP line. But yeah, now he just needs to continually apply pressure. Now the Sparhy shipment has gone as well. So that's going to be a big sigh of relief for Easy. And analyzing that last fight, so what happened there was so Azaps are good because they counter 2 different types of units. But what it looked like happened there, because there were so many heavy cav and the Ulons, like the Azaps didn't know what to do. They didn't know if they needed to go into melee or they needed to attack the war wagons at range. And so because they decided to prioritize the war wagons, the Ulons just swooped in there and absolutely mauled everything down. So that was really nice play there by Easy.
That's the problem when you get outmassed playing infantry. It's like you don't know what to shoot at, basically.
Yeah.
And when there is more cav than infantry on the field, you know, very often, like the cav is gonna win. That's the way it works. And we can see the Black Riders are on the field. The Ulan shipment, the big Ulan shipment, just hit the field as well. And I think that's gonna be a huge push coming from Easy right there. With those Ulans, with those Black Riders, I don't see how ChefSudiste is gonna hold versus that. But maybe he's gonna prove me wrong.
I mean, I've seen worse comebacks, so I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to do the commentator's curse. I do not want to do the commentator's curse, and I want Easy to get a game over ChefSudiste. And if ever there was a time to prove that this guy is a Portuguese bot, it is right now.
Hey,
Let's go Easy.
After Portuguese, he tried to play the easiest, Steve. You know, there is Portuguese, then there is Ottoman. And there we go. But the fight is going on. More Ulans than there is Azap. That's not a good sign. We just talked about it. He's gonna Kaito, let the skirmisher do the work, not lose Ulans for free.
Nice micro by Easy.
And he's gonna go in again. I would love to see some Ulans actually being microed onto those Abus guns, but that's it. That's the game right there.
Let's go Easy. 1-1 against Chef ChefSudiste. Let's go Easy. Let's make it another one, baby. Come on, Easy.
And
all right, sorry, I'm supposed to be a professional caster.
Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to be impartial, mate. Apparently, according to chat.
According to chat, because anyone listen to them.
The chat is asking for auto deck, by the way, if we can see that. Okay, there we go. And we can see 5 shipments right there. He had no church card, by the way, which is always questionable to me. I feel like you should always have those church cards as Ottoman. They are just crazy good.
He has refrigeration and royal mint and economic theory.
And economic theory, yeah. I was gonna say.
Ottoman deck.
Yeah.
Like that's a 1500 elo deck right there.
I feel like he shipped economic theory as well. I feel like that's a huge waste. Like
he doesn't even have 8 janissaries.
Yeah. It's like his village account never got above 40 to 50. Economic theory, like when you have already 40 Ps and stuff, like isn't that too greedy, deck. You know? Like
it's such a bad deck.
Yeah, very questionable.
It's a team game deck. It's a team game deck.
Yeah, and even then, like there are almost too many units there for a team game deck. You know, like you
Mm,
would want more on it upwards. You know, so yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
Questionable,
it's a terrible deck.
questionable.
It's a terrible deck.
Yeah,
That's all we need to know.
but yeah. So 1-1 victory for ChefSudiste on his Portuguese. He tried the Boto spam, but he got spanked by Easy playing German. And next map, it's gonna be Alaska, I believe. I believe it's Alaska next map. And so a no TP map. And I wonder what we are gonna see on this map.
I just realized that Otto didn't even have Mamelukes in his deck either.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
That is absolutely terrible.
No, no Mamluks, no,
On what
no
planet
church
do
cards.
you have Royal Mint over Mamelukes? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what are you smoking to think that that's Jesus Christ?
Hey, that's what happened when you play Portuguese all day.
That exactly. You only need
No, but
two brain cells. All you need to do to play Portugal is know where the TC and the Vil button is, and you win games.
I'm gonna have to say thank you to Izad. But hey.
Chad Nucky.
But yeah. So yeah, Alaska. It's a water map with no TP. I've seen a few people actually play Brit on this map. Uh, India as well. We've seen some Portuguese as well. A lot of Aztecs actually. Um, I wonder if Odenoshoни wouldn't be good as well because there is both water, but Odenoshoni kinda need that TP. So I feel like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Odenoshoni don't need the TP, but I feel like they do. They need the trading post.
Can't think
So
what map Alaska is. Why can't I think what map that is?
you know, it's the one with the 5 wells, I believe, in the sea and zero trading post line basically.
Oh
Um,
yeah. It's yeah, I know
it's
which one it is.
Korea without the TP line. Like if we
That's
have
it.
to,
That's it.
like,
Yeah. Um yeah, I think Aztec is a favorite on this map.
yeah,
Aztec
yeah,
is a
yeah.
favorite on this map. I don't know if Easy or Chef play Aztec though. And if they
Um,
do, to what degree? I mean, like you said, Easy plays every Civ, right? So Easy can play
pretty
any
much,
Civ,
yeah,
right? Okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no idea if ChefSudiste plays the Aztec on this map. But Aztec are such like, Aztec are one of those rare civs that are just good on any map. Like
Yeah.
Aztec are really good on TP maps, non-TP maps, water maps. Like they can literally do everything. And
And I
who
mean,
needs TPs when you can have 10 warrior priests on XP?
exactly. And you proved that point yesterday by winning playing Aztec, which is a Civ apparently you don't know how to play, and you won against Soldier. So that's it. That's enough, you know. Uh,
So
he-
Soldier, how long would you say Soldier has been playing that civilization for?
I don't know.
Years and
I
years
don't
and
know.
years, right? I've probably played 5 ranked games with Aztec. That shows you how busted the Civ is.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. On a map like this, actually, it is. And we have the game. It's gonna be Russia versus Dutch. I will let you take over.
Ooh. Okay, Russia versus Dutch. So the blue is Russia. That's going to be easy. He's in the north of the map. And in red, we have ChefSudiste playing as Dutch. I think I've probably seen his Dutch 1 or 2 times. But the fact that we're not seeing Aztec probably tells me that neither of these players are going to be picking Aztec. Or
Or
maybe Easy's just more comfortable with Russia. I'm not really sure.
or maybe he's keeping Aztec for the last map because he feels
Yeah.
like it's gonna go to a 7th game. Maybe.
Well, you've got to be confident then.
Yeah,
Like you've got to
yeah,
be
I
really
agree. I
confident.
agree.
So that, or maybe we'll be waiting for a TP map, but I highly doubt that makes it because TPs don't really make a difference with Aztec. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
this shows me that neither of them are going to play Aztec. I think it's a great Howden Shoney map as well. Like I don't think we've
I
seen any
agree.
Howden Shoney on this map. So yeah, I'm surprised again. So none of these guys probably are that comfortable with the native Civ. So we're just going to see a good old-fashioned vanilla matchup, Russia versus Dutch, which has always been a fantastic matchup. It's always been one of those 50-50s. It's all about personal opinion on who you think wins this matchup. On or not, like TP matters nothing to these guys. The water. I don't think either of these guys will go water, but they can sort of during an extended mid game. So the water might come in use later on in the game, but I think both these guys are just going to kind of rely on the kind of land side of things.
Yeah. Well, one of the thing is, like ChefSudiste choose the Dutch as a response to Russia. Let's remind ourselves that. So he feels very confident actually playing Dutch in this matchup. And I feel like Russia on a non-TP map, they don't have those options with kind of strange FF, logistician FF into fast industrial or anything like this. It feels like it's going to be a very rushy map unless he's going for some early water from Russia, but very predictable basically. And I feel like ChefSudiste knows exactly what is coming, and it's going to come down to executing the defense properly basically.
Yeah, can we have a look at ChefSudiste map, see if we see Town Militia in there? I imagine we will,
I
because
hope
I
so.
don't know a single.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
there you
do
go.
see Town Militia in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's pretty standard. 700 gold, no, not food. Does have the church card, Bosniaks. Yeah, it's very okay. Very very
Very
standard deck.
basic. Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, and I imagine we'll see the same thing from Russia. A very very standard deck.
Uh, like Town Militia, once again, for those who don't know, very important versus Russia because it makes your town center able to one-shot strelets, I believe. Is that
And
right?
Musketeers, more importantly. Yeah,
And Musketeers.
Musketeers,
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
importantly. Yeah.
Yeah. So very, very important in the matchup. We can see Strelet combat, very standard deck from Russia. No church cards, so no fast edge up shenanigans or anything on a non-TP map. Very normal. And we are not gonna see any water, I feel. I don't know about those picks yeah on this map. Not using the water feels a bit weird to me, but if they feel more comfortable on those sieves, sure. Like why not? Like play what you are used to.
I think, yeah. I mean, I don't like that. Neither side has any water cards in their deck.
I agree.
Even as for defensive purposes, you've got to
Yeah.
have them in there, especially Dutch, because Dutch have one of the best anti-water cards, and that's the free flutes. It's
Yeah.
such a good card. It's such a good card. And
Oh.
even free flutes, nice snipe of the
Yeah.
Russia Explore there. Even the free flutes, right, can be used as like a stable or a barracks, and people seem to forget that. So it's not only is it really good anti-water, but you can also use that as basically like a triple stable / triple barracks. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Just one thing to note, right, about Dutch's base layout. It's that's kind of scary because look at that gold mine. That's
Everything
a really
is at the
far
front.
forward gold mine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a horrendous gold mine. He does have safe berries though, which is nice. So having safe berries is really good, but that gold mine is not safe whatsoever. So that might be a really important factor in this game.
Yeah, and we can see he's placing his first bank rather at the back, so not trying to wall.
I
I
don't
feel
like
like
that.
yeah, I
Do
don't
not
like
like
that
that.
either. Yeah. Usually you want to roll, just to remind everyone, it's because when those Cossacks are gonna come in, you don't want them to just run straight under UTC. You want them to have to linger around, basically, to have to go through two banks, an house, a market, and try to block them into small corridors and stuff. Like base layout is very important as Dutch. We can see the Russian edging up. Are we gonna see the 4 or 5 Cossacks? I believe it's 4, right? The shipment. Yeah, it's 4 Cossacks, I believe.
No, 5.
5 actually. And we are gonna see the Streltsy. Okay, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah,
And
so
on the side of ChefSudiste, maybe if we can see the shipment. You are gonna say, Leonard, sorry.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's funny because I always like 5 Cossacks, but 13 Strelets is interesting because that he's gonna have a very big initial 23 Strelets, and that's gonna he can dive that in there before there's any military units from ChefSudiste, so it's gonna idle for a long time. So that's the idea behind shipping 13 Strelets, is that rather than ship 5 Cossacks, 13 Strelets essentially does the same thing, which is idle the villagers, but because there's because he now has 23 Strelets, that's going to be able to idle, because it takes a lot longer for TC to kill 13 Strelets than it does 5 Cossacks. So yeah, that's the idea behind it.
I don't know about that bank shipment, to be fair. I
Oh.
feel like it's extremely greedy. He got it at least, but I feel like it's extremely greedy going for a third bank right now against an hard rush like this. What is going to be the next card? And he's going to ship wood. So he's like going for 4 banks against Russia that he's trying his hardest to kill it. So very impressive. I don't know if I agree yet, but he got some balls. Like, got to give him that, you know, to ChefSudiste.
Yeah, definitely. Russia's backing up. I presume Russia saw the stable,
Yeah.
so that's why he backed up quite quickly there, and I think that's the right idea. And look, yeah, he's rushed straight into getting a musketeer batch there, and you can transition very quickly if you're going into Strelets. You can transition very quickly into musketeers. All you need to do is make sure you get a market with the quartermaster age up, and just kind of sell either 100 wood or 100 food to instantly get that little bit of anti-cav out. And what was Russia's second shipment? So he shipped 13 Strelets. Did he ship another one?
700
Okay, he went straight into 700 wood. Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine. Yep. TC5 is obviously going to target the musketeers. He hasn't shipped down militia, so
2 shots.
Yeah, idling the gold mine, which is nice, but that's okay for Dutch because obviously they got banks out, so he's not going to worry about that too much.
And
4
we can
hussars,
see the hussars.
That's a nice amount of hussars.
Yeah, and there are more hussars than there are musketeer, which is not a good sign. As we said last game, those hussars are going to make quick work of the musketeer and then go on these Strelets. Are they? No, he's backing off. Interesting, and we can see the second blockhouse coming down from Russia. What is that behind? And a stable. Okay, using the 700 wood to great use with a stable, with a second blockhouse. And he's likely going to diversify his army there with some Cossacks, with more musketeers. While ChefSudiste is going to ship some pikemen. So good, basically, good idea by him. By that I mean good foresight, because I don't think he scouted anything. And we can see some skirmisher being massed behind this.
Yeah, so he's going to play this out in H2. He's basically got the 3 banks, and now he's going to play it in H2. In this matchup, one thing you have to be super careful with Dutch is if you decide to play this out in H2, which is what he's doing, you need to be super careful about how not overmaking skirmishers. Like, you only really need 1 or 2 batches of skirmishers, because the skirmisher's job is solely to kill the musketeers. Other than that, you're just overkilling. So what you need to do is you need more pikes and hussars than skirmishers. That's the key in this matchup, making sure you've got more hussars and pikemen than you do skirmishers.
And once again, like we were talking about overkill before, like that's the same thing. You don't want 20 skirmishers shooting at a Russian musketeer. It's not really useful. And we can see the score actually being way in favor of Dutch. I know they overscore and Russia tends to underscore, but still very impressive right there. The 3 banks actually paying off, it seems.
Yeah, definitely.
22 bills versus how many for Russia? I wonder. This is 29. So yeah, the economy from Dutch at this point is just gigantic compared to Russia. The next shipment from Russia is going to be very important. Likely the 5 Cossacks for timing. I hope so, at least. Otherwise, I don't see how he's going to break. The Dutch right there.
Yeah, he needs to be super careful, and he needs to. I would like to see a couple of walls and kind of force a couple of choke points here. He does have that tree line, which could work in his favor. But yeah, he needs to be super careful. He needs to make sure he gets full batches, which he is doing, of Cossacks and more musketeers, which is nice. Make sure the Cossacks come in the right way, and don't lose any musketeers. Do not lose any musketeers. Oh, Jesus, that is terrible. He's not paying attention whatsoever. 5 Cossacks are on the way, but he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose at least 1 blockhouse. So let's move forward, which is good. So he needs to get a good pop with these Cossacks, but it looks like ChefSudiste might be backing up, which is the smart play there.
Yeah. Oh, careful with those Ulans. Not Ulans, sorry. I forgot the name. And the engagement is actually taken. We can see the cav. He's gonna get the snare. He's gonna go back below his blockhouse, and the 5 Cossacks are gonna come in. We're gonna have a huge pop of Cav actually going out and likely going straight onto the skirmisher. There you go. But I
Nice.
feel like it's not enough. Is it enough?
No, I think the Hussars are just going to be too tanky here, and
Yeah.
I don't think Easy was killing the pikemen as well as efficient as he could have done. There's no more musketeers left as far as I can see, and there's pikemen on the
VSRs.
Cossacks. There's
Yeah,
more Hussars
VSRs.
coming in. Yeah, I think there's. But is he going to have enough siege? That's the question. Is he going to be able to have enough siege here to do it? He's making strelets, but he doesn't need strelets. He needs musketeers. Oh, but 5 more Cossacks coming in. As long as there's no more pikemen.
There is no more pikemen actually, and VSRs are trying to kill the Streltsy, not the Cossacks actually. A little bit of a micro mistake right there. The polar bear actually tanking the world right there, taking some hits from those Cossacks. But is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough? 5
Polar
Cossacks
bear
versus
micro.
2 Hussars? Actually, yeah. But yeah, nah, the batch of Hussars coming behind, and I think that's going to be it, mate.
I think yeah, we need 5 more Cossacks and 5 musketeers, and a 4 Cossack shipment coming in. That's like he literally needs that timing, otherwise he's completely dead in the water here. I think.
Yeah,
The timing is just too much. Chef should have made more pikes a bit earlier. Like I said, he was over making too many skirms, which was looking like it could have been a mistake, but he just had too many Hussars. So yeah.
Yeah. And we can see Dutch is feeling very confident, like shipping the extra infantry points, while his opponent has to ship some Cossacks. And I don't see what those Cossacks are gonna achieve, to be fair. Like, they are too many Hussars, there are pikes being added in again. We can see batches of 5 Hussars coming back to back to back to back. And I don't know what Russia is gonna be able to pull off. That's kind of the Russia problem, you know, they're a bit too vanilla, and when they go behind, they don't have a real comeback mechanism, basically, which is one of the reasons I don't really play the Civ. But maybe Easy is gonna find a way. I don't know, he's getting ready right now on its village. No, they actually survive, but that stable is gonna get sieged down, I feel.
Yeah, I don't know about that positioning of that stable. It's just sticking out like a sore thumb. He might get a batch of 3 or 4.
3.
Yeah, there's again, I don't think he can catch up from here.
Yeah, I don't think so as well. Dutch is on 3 banks. I wonder if Dutch is greeding behind this. If I was him, I would be greeding quite a lot, just making sure to keep pipe production. We can see the fight starting to... No, he's going back with the Cossacks. He's trying to poke with the Streltsy, actually, trying to get the pikemen, but more range of the side on the side of the skirmishers, so the skirmishers are gonna win the war at range, and he's kind of forced to commit the Cossacks in order to get anything achieved, but he can't as long as the pike are alive. I don't like the addition of more skirm though. Like I don't understand it.
No, like I said, it's very easy to overproduce skirm in this matchup because that's what you naturally want to do. But it's more important that you get pikes and Hussars. I just think this is over. I don't know how Russia gets back into the game here. All he can try and do is kind of try and play on defender's advantage, get Minutemen. Dutch are getting to that point now where you want to start thinking about you should really be aging up now. Like,
yeah, I agree.
All of this has happened. Like, you took down the forward base. You now need to age up behind this. But he's just over making an age 2. That could actually be a huge mistake.
I agree. Like, one of the things I was saying while he was pushing is he wants to greed behind this because basically he has map control. So when you have map control, you want to greed, and that's not what he's doing, which may give Russia actually a door, you know, a small door to come back. We can see array like the villagers being focused right there. A pop of 12, terrible pop, and this is gonna be the last fight, I believe. And I don't see how Russia wins it. We can see the engagement. Actually, the pike is lacking at the back, but there are not enough Streltsy to actually kill them. So, yeah, that's going to be a pop for nothing, basically.
Yeah, he shipped the Minutemen, but Chef's playing it right and just backing up. The scores, yeah, the scores, oh, sorry, I thought it was 11. Yeah, the scores are pretty confident. He's just going to dive it. I mean, he can't win this fight. I'm not really sure why he's chasing. Yeah, I think this is just over, and it's just a matter, it's just a ticking time bomb right now.
Yeah, we can see VSR finally connecting. The snare is going and the DPS is gonna start to happen with the pikemen finally connecting. And meanwhile, this skirmisher just cleaning house on the Swell Sea, and I don't see how easy he's gonna win that one, and he is not.
And there's the GG. There's the GG. So, do you see what I'm talking about when I say you need to overmake Hussar Pikeman? Because
Yeah,
skirmishers there were completely useless. Because at the end, he was forcing Strelette Cossack, and skirmishers were completely pointless in that matchup. You might as well just have more Hussars and more pikemen. So, yeah, in that matchup, you want lots of pikes. ChefSudiste kind of should have been fast fortressing, go into fortress there at that point, but it didn't matter anyway. He had just too many units, and yeah, that was a pretty simple game there, but it was enough. So GG 2-1.
yep. 2-1 for the Port Lama. He proved us he can play something else. There you go.
Yeah,
Suck it up,
yeah.
Lionheart. He's
I
not
know,
just a
I
port bot.
know. He was still boring though, so you know.
But yeah, and we can see the graph. That's all resource gathered. I'm actually surprised
Yeah,
that
that's actually
Russia
really
kept up.
close.
Yeah,
That is
uh,
really close.
I feel like that's probably because of some idle time, and probably because Russia was on Hunts while I think Dutch was on berries at some point. But still extremely close. I'm super surprised.
Can we take a second to do you know how many times I've counted is that Kaiser Klein cast in?
I don't know how many
Yeah,
times.
a lot of times.
Okay, okay. So no, I'm not Kazakh. Sadly, those ends are not able to micro as well as he does. So there you go.
Yeah,
I am not Kazakh.
you have normal straight hair. You don't have a curly Jufro like Kaiser Klein. So I think that's very
Mate,
obvious. But good to see that the casual French stereotyping is real.
mate, you don't want to know what I have just eaten before the cast. Trust me,
Wait,
you
wait,
don't
wait,
want
wait. Let
to.
me guess. Let me guess. Let me guess. Was it? Did it have something to do with a baguette?
You get a point,
Oh, you make this French English racism too easy, man.
mate. You forgot the second ingredient, cheese,
uh
of course. Like
oh well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
full French. You have to go full French. Otherwise,
I'm
it's not
running out of
it's not good.
baguettes.
Let
I
me
need
ask you
more
another question. When
baguettes.
was the
Fuck
last time you
me.
ate a croissant?
Um, Wednesday.
Hey,
There you
I
go.
ate a croissant yesterday, so I'm more French than you
Hey,
technically. Well, there you go.
maybe you are, but I'm pretty sure mine was better than yours. If
All right, and let me ask you another
But,
question. When was the last time you ate a snail and some frog legs?
snails. I believe it was the 1st of January this year, and frog legs actually a year ago. So there you go.
Right.
But yeah, those are expensive, you know. Like you don't do that every day.
Bro, I could go in my back garden and cook one right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's
But
true.
we don't eat frog legs over here. We're we're
Oh,
we're better than that.
actually, it's not something we eat that much. Snails, though, mate. You like any big event, you make snails, I'm gonna eat the whole plate. Like if nobody wants them,
Oh,
like I am here. I am the guy, you know. Nah,
I'm
mate,
not
it's
gonna
so
lie. That
good.
sounds rough. That
Nah,
sounds
mate,
rough, mate.
so good.
I would not kiss your lips.
Oh, sure, sure, and that's signed by me, you know. But yeah,
My camera's not on. Can someone send me the link? I tried to find it. I don't know if it's pinned somewhere. But if someone wants to send me the link for the camera, then I'll happily turn it on.
I'm gonna find it. I have it pinned. A sec. It's the left one, I believe. Yeah. Up.
Suppose I'm English, so I can't really talk about food, can I?
I mean, I believe you got some nice thing now.
We got a few. We got
You got the fish and chips. It's not that bad, you
fish
know.
and chips is good. Salt and vinegar. Fish and chips is very very good. I like gravy, so I literally pour gravy over everything.
Garlic bread as well. No, you don't get that garlic bread
We do,
in.
but is that an English thing? That's not an English
Uh,
thing, is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think
We
garlic bread's in like an English. I mean, we
okay,
eat
okay.
a lot of garlic bread. We eat a lot of garlic bread, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't originate
Yeah,
from
yeah,
England.
but yeah.
There you go. Now you can all see me.
Frog
Just
just tastes like chicken. I agree, Rashna. Actually, frog tastes exactly like chicken.
well, I'm
Uh,
never going to know, so that's fine.
but yeah.
I'll tell you what I did eat a little while ago, which I would definitely advise. Is what's the Japanese beef called?
Oh, I see. The one that is super expensive?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
very
yeah.
fatty.
Oh, I can't remember the name,
Oh,
but I see exactly what you
wagyu
mean.
beef, wagyu
Yeah, yeah,
beef.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I've had wagyu steak and wagyu burgers now, and let me tell you, chat, if you have not had wagyu beef before, it is amazing, absolutely amazing. So juicy, so tasteful.
You got also really nice. I think you got really nice cows in Scotland, I believe. Is it not Scotland? Like there
Nice
are.
what?
Isn't there a very specific breed of beef or cows
Oh,
in
Angus.
Scotland? Yeah, exactly this one.
Yeah, Angus beef
Is
is
it?
good. Angus beef is good, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the polar opposite. So in the West, we
Okay,
tend to like our beef is a lot more like it's a lot less fat in it, and it's
okay,
more
okay.
like lean. It's leaner. Whilst Wagyu beef, like literally the cows are like their cows are very different. They got lots of like intravenous fat in between the meat, so it tastes so nice.
I see, I
Anyways,
see.
before
But
my
hey,
mouth waters anymore.
food, food. Talking about food was nice, but there is a game starting, Lionheart. ChefSudiste versus Easy match 4, I believe, is gonna happen on Korea on the right side, playing as the Spanish in the red, ChefSudiste, and on the left side, playing as the Lakota in the blue, we have Easy.
Interesting. Lakota versus Spain.
Yeah. I,
Interesting. So I
I,
think so this is an interesting matchup because I suck in this matchup because I just do. But this just the fact that he's playing Dakota forces Spain to have to play this matchup differently. So
yeah.
in this matchup, really you have to have goons as Spain. Personally, I like rods and goons in this matchup because rods act as a really good meat shield. But just the threat of the rifle riders is super scary. So you
Yeah.
need to get dragoons in this matchup.
Good news actually for ChefSudiste. We are on a map with conquistadors.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
might be a thing.
That could be a possibility. Yeah, yeah.
I'm surprised we see Lakota on this map and not on the next one, which is I believe after that we have the Chinese plains, Central Plain, which has a lot more contestable TP line. Here the Spain is always gonna have a TP, there's no way you can deny that. And can we see a Spanish deck? Because one thing we could see on a map like this, especially with water, is some logistician, but no, we are not gonna see logistician. I'm sad. Yeah, I'm sad. There you go.
Logistician
Standard.
wouldn't actually be that bad as Spain. Like that could actually work on this map.
Yeah, because
Like,
just to explain, logistician they send a lot of Edge One shipment, and a lot of Edge One shipment actually buff water. You have I believe you have schooners. I believe you have the fish market, stuff like this. So logistician actually makes sense on water map in general. Plus you have the conquistador shipment. If you lose enough pikes and crossbowmen, you suddenly get 10 conquistador popping in the late age colonial age, which could also be a good thing. So, but we are not going to see that. So,
unfortunately. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Chef deals with Lakota, and it'll be interesting to see what Lakota actually decide to do here because there's the possibility of going for like a fortress build themselves or going for that early H2 pressure. Like he could well go like stagecoach, an H2 pressure. Chef Sudiste is TP, so if he takes that down, he can get stagecoach for himself and kind of pressure that way. But personally, I like the because 99% of the time Spain are not going to be age 2ing versus Lakota in this matchup.
Yeah.
So they almost always can get away with a greedy fast fortress. And greedy fast fortress, you ship some rifle riders, you make some bow riders or whatnot, and you make some Wakina rifles. And you think about like how good rifle riders are. Like they beat Rodoleros, they beat pikes, they counter artillery. What they beat the Lancers. There's like 4 units that they have that they counter. So what does Spain make? When do they send their 2 TPs? How many rods and skirms do they make? How many? Because they're not just going to make rifle riders. They're going to add axe riders in there as well, and
Yeah.
it's just really really difficult to deal with. So I think Lakota can definitely they have their element of surprise as well. They kind of have the element of surprise. So I think Spain are going to want to play this defensively and turtily up until they feel they're ready potentially to push out.
But in case they play defensively, that's Korea. There's a lot of food on the map. In general, like you can see the 4 uns next to your base, basically next to your starting base. So like I feel like Lakota is gonna have a very strong eco with the shipments. I'm pretty sure Lakota got the great hunt in deck. He likely has in deck also the one that makes it so you get gold when you gather food, and that's a way to outboom even the greediest deck out there. So Lakota can be surprisingly boomy, if they want to. Like that's
Yeah,
one thing
yeah.
I saw with DE, I believe, with the last patches and addition, they have some really really strong ways to boom. But we can see a chief edge up. Wait, the chief, is that the Travo edge up? I believe. I believe it
The
is.
chief is the 400 wood, right?
Let me check. I'm shaking on
Pretty
the
sure.
side. I believe it's Travois, but I'm probably wrong though. Oh, you might be right. You might be
Yeah,
right.
I think it's the
Maybe the
quartermaster.
Borderwood,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Which would make sense because that is like
Yeah,
that should always be their age up unless they do a fast age up. Like normally
yeah,
it
yeah,
should
yeah.
always be quartermaster, which is kind of like how insane is it that Lakota get a 400 wood age up and they don't need to make any houses? Like that to
Yeah.
me just feels like the most OP thing ever. Like why? How can they get 400 wood? That makes no sense to me. It's so good.
Hey, because they can. That's it.
Because they
That's
can. Hey, yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Because
the
they
free
can.
spirit way, It's
Yeah.
they dominated the Great Plains for a reason, They
There
were
you
free
go.
thinkers.
There
And
you
we can
go.
see, as you announced, the FF is coming with the 700 coin on the side of Lakota. So yeah.
Yeah, 700 gold coming in, 700 wood right
Wood.
behind it. It's a very standard stuff here by Chef. Can we just have a look at Chef's deck again? I just want to make sure that he's gone for Freeville's capitalism, which I think he has.
Yeah, he did. He did. He
Yeah,
did.
he did. Yeah, okay, okay. Probably going to see 5 villagers behind this as well. I imagine we
Yeah.
might see that.
I'm surprised we see only one shipment of Rodaleros in Fortress Age. That may be an issue, especially versus Lakota, with the amount of cavalry they can field. And we see the lance upgrade. I'm not sure it's that important versus Lakota. I feel like lancers are not the key to the matchup.
No.
So I'm a
No.
bit surprised by those 2 choices. Maybe just as a deck, you know what I mean? And it doesn't switch much based on civilization. Can we look at Lakota deck very quickly while both players are transitioning? Okay, so here we can see the Takola Soldiers, we can see the Great Hunt shipment, 8 villagers as well. Like the natives having this shipment is insane if they want to boom, and a lot of military shipment with both the rifle riders and the skirmisher. I forgot the name, but he got some
Wakina?
skirmisher in there. Yeah, Wakina rifle. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it could very easily be H2 play, but obviously going up to H3, which I like.
Yeah.
And he's going up fast as well. And look at this age up time, man. It gives them so much time to like prepare.
Yeah.
And how are you stopping 6-minute 30 age up? Like, how are you stopping that? Like you're just not stopping that ever.
Aspen, you don't.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, 5 vills for Spain coming up behind that as well, and that's a late 5 villagers as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Not sure I like that because he's going to need every unit possible to defend against this. So, what's that first? Is that Rifle Riders? Is that the rifle?
It's
Yeah, I think that's
rifle.
the Rifle Rider. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's making Rifle Riders and he's shipping 5. So yeah, it looks potentially going to be a batch of what, 7 or 8 maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I really like that choice to start with, like starting with something extremely mobile. You know, you're gonna try to hit some villagers left and right, and we can see the second. That's 7 at least, maybe 8, but I don't think so. That's a lot of gold that he has to gather very, very quickly. We're gonna see.
Yeah, so only to 7, I think, coming in.
Yeah,
But that's definitely going to be enough to deal with those musketeers. What is Chef
for sure.
doing?
Yeah, I feel like those musketeers are completely a waste. We can see Spanish gold behind this. I like that actually because he's gonna be on the defensive, so better like be greedy first and then ship units than the opposite. But those 5 musketeers are not long for this world. There you go. And
This
lightning
unit, man. It makes me sick, man. This unit.
That popping sound, you know, like we were talking about the organs before, but I'm sure I have more PTSD from that popping sound of Lakota, you know.
I'm just mad at Lakota that you can't musk fout this Civ. That's the only thing I get mad about.
Because of the rifle riders.
Literally, that is the one reason you can't. Yeah.
But we can see some Wakina rifles already on the field. I'm not sure about the Wakinas at this stage, but it's good to start massing early. Is he gonna get that villager trying to build an house? Yeah, he's gonna get 1 villager at least, and there you go. The Bane is starting to be dead. And some goons, as you said.
Yeah, you're already starting to see the goons. Personally, I don't like adding goons this early. So what I like doing is going basically the Spanish Gold Marvelous Year build, right? And you kind of go double racks, and then you can play defensively and get enough skirm rod to defend against like Rifle Rider. And then if he continues making like heavy cav and Rifle Rider, then you add goons later.
I see.
But
I see what you
yes, Chef just playing is very, very standard, and he's pushing forward here to try and deal with this TP. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it because if Dog Soldiers or Axe Riders come out now, like he's so dead. He's just so dead.
I was gonna say for now there is no melee cav, so he might not get punished, but if there is a single pop, that's a terrible position to be in right there, because there are not enough dragoons. And also, just to point out, like I'm not sure a lot of Spanish players, you know, are used to play with the new cards, with the Marvelous Year card and stuff, and like know how to properly grid, you know, with Spanish, because that's not a Civ that was greedy before, you know. It's very, very recently that they got those cards. Very recently, just a few months ago, and I'm not sure like people caught up to what to how boomy Spain can be basically. And we can see he's gonna push again on this TP with 3 more dragoons, but how big is the mass looking on the Lakota side? That's the question right there. We can see a second TC on the south, by the way, by Spain. So he's booming well on those 2 TCs. Maybe he's waiting a little bit before Marvelous Year, I don't know. Oh, big. Those were SARs, I believe. So he killed 3 SARs right there, at least.
Yeah. I like this Skirm Goon play here by Easy.
Yeah, same.
It's Skirm Goon with a Goon that absolutely wrecks Rod levels. The only problem is you can very easily overmake these things. Like he's got what 10 or so. Like he doesn't need. I feel like he doesn't need more than that. Like, if he wants to continue making anti-cav, bow riders are his best bet because they won't get as countered as easily against skirmishers. So yeah, overmaking rifle riders is a problem because look at what the goons are going to do. Huge volley there, and now the goons are out. The goons are going to destroy the rifle riders because as like invincible as they may seem, they get absolutely wrecked by dragoons.
By dragoons, yeah. One thing I don't like about Easy gameplay right now is that he's not pushing his advantage, and Spain is on 2 TC. So like basically his life expectancy is limited, but we can see the first fight is being sniped down. There is still 1 falconet on the field, and that cost him a lot of rifle riders. That's 6 rifle riders down right there. I'm not sure that was worth it for a fight, for a falconet, you know, to take that fight. And we can see Marvelous here mate, I feel like ChefSudiste has this one in the pocket right there. With the 2TC, with one Falk up, he's getting the map control. I don't see right there. It's gonna need something on the side of Easy to come back.
Yeah, so what Lakota are being really impatient here, and they don't need to be. Like you force the two Falconets to come near you, and what he does, he needs to make heavy cav now. So stop making Rifle Rider. He needs to force a fight with heavy cav. They are the ones that engage. The Rifle Riders are then free to pop off clean up the artillery, and then once you've done that, you know, the Wakinas get a free meat shield where they can do as much damage to the goons as they like. So he really needs to, like I said, it's very easy to overmake Rifle Riders. He needs the heavy cap for the engage. If he doesn't, he's diving with Rifle Riders, which are going to get absolutely destroyed, which is what we see here. And this is just such a terrible engagement.
I mean, he got the Falk. Okay, cool. But he lost 3 more, I believe, Rifle Rider service. And meanwhile, like the eco of Spain is booming like crazy. Can we see the villager count on the side of Spain? Because it's gonna go up really fast right there. We can see Marvelous here is in. Look at how fast those villagers are being trained right now.
Yeah, that's looking good for Spain.
Yeah, that's looking very, very good. We can see Cav combat being shipped behind this, so these goons are gonna actually be really, really strong right there. And we can see more and more villagers already on 33. Actually lacking the food to queue more. That's a bit sad during Marvelous here. You really want to prioritize those villagers over everything, because they train faster, remember? For how long already? Is it like 365 seconds, I believe. That's what Marvelous does. Yes. Yeah.
It's like what, 6 minutes or something like that. You know, it's no, it's something like that. I can't remember what it used to be. 6 or 7 minutes.
It's 6 minutes, I believe. Math. I'm trying to do math during a stream, which is the worst thing to do.
Yeah, I contemplate life when I do that. It's not easy.
But yeah, we can see the heavy cav is starting to mass, but I feel like it's sadly you need the heavy cav and the rifle riders, and right now there is no rifle riders anymore. So yeah, a bit complicated on the side of Easy, but he's not out in the list. Like, I mean, he still has his eco being untouched. What is that? Is that dog soldiers? I believe that's Tacola soldiers right there being shipped. And now that's a lot of heavy cav. Lot of heavy cav on the field. I'm just not sure it's gonna be enough to face those goons. That's the big issue right there. Gonna see. Gonna need very good micro on the side of Easy to really snipe those goons before the fights begin.
Oh, and ChefSudiste is pushing in. Oh dear, he's asking for it. He really is asking for it. And what we need now is we need a fire pit. He hasn't got the food, I don't think, for the dog timing. But yeah, it would be good to see a fire pit, get that on that attack dance, and just dive in. And Chef is diving in, but oh my god, this is so risky. This is the time. If Lakota are gonna take a fight, this is the time you take it. In amongst that tree line, that's when you want to take it. The skirms are nowhere near the goons right now. He needs to force the fight. Just go for it. Cavalry coming up from behind. That could have been a really nice flank there. He needs to try and separate, kill as many goons as possible, kill the goons. Hopefully, there's enough Axe Riders left over to deal with the skirms. It's going to be close.
It's going to be close. We can see still a few goons going on, but the Axe Rider are starting to connect with the skirmisher, and that's a lot of Wakinas. I believe even if the Axe Rider are going down, that's enough Wakinas. And yeah, that was very, very greedy there by the Spanish player to actually push out with such a comp, you know, such an exposed comp right there, and that's a cleanup. Very good comeback by Lakota right there. And he needs to push though. He needs to punish, but yeah, Lakota strong, you know.
Lakota is so good, man. So yeah. I mean, I think Lakota, the villager count is pretty similar, right? So Spain are on 50 villagers. I think Lakota, maybe Lakota are about down.
42.
Oh, are they? Okay, so they're still down.
I believe.
But that's a clean, baby. That is a clean. And Lakota, Spain's actually still up in school, though.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, it's core that is like basically in infrastructure and villagers, and that is not in military, which is why I don't really like Easy going that easy right now. I feel like he should push his advantage right now because the rematch is gonna come in strong from Spain that still has an eco, and I feel like he should use his timing right now to punish Spain as much as he can.
Yeah, definitely. Did we have a fire pit dance in that fight? Can we have a look at Lakota's base?
Oh,
Do we see
there,
a fire
there
pit anywhere?
was, there
There
was,
was.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Good. Good. Good.
yeah, yeah,
Good.
there was.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect.
I believe he pulled the 20 villagers from the gold mines in order to do so. Yeah, 19. So there you go. Almost maxed out. And there you go, the cash, the punish. That's it. That's the damage right there. That's when you start hurting the eco, the Wakina rifle, the Lancers, they have a clean avenue towards those Wakinas, but we can see good micro right there by the Lakota player. Is it going to be enough? Is Spain going to take that fight? I'm not sure about this one.
If he gets back on that fire pit and he's got 23 villagers on the fire pit, he will clean up.
Yeah,
Said this
yeah, yeah.
before, Axe Riders do an insane amount of damage, even towards goons. When they're in melee against goons, they will do a lot of damage. We've got a villager pull in here as well. More Lancers are going to be kind of body blocking for the goons, and that's good micro, but I still don't know if it's going to be enough.
I feel like that's too many Wakinas. The Wakinas are just not going down, and now there is nothing to stop the few Axe Riders that are still left. And that's a cleanup. Spain is finally going down in score. He's gonna go below Lakota in like a few seconds, I believe. That tower, don't focus that tower, maybe the house, maybe try to go find more villagers with those Axe Riders. But that's it. The damage has been done to Spanish economy right there. And we can see that this Lakota army keeps snowballing every fight. He keeps winning fights, and I feel like ChefSudiste is being too aggressive with his army. Basically, like he needs to respect the
Yeah.
Lakota supremacy, you know, in the late Fortress Age.
Yeah, definitely, and he's losing fights, but his economy is still definitely better. I think Marvelous Year is still in play as well, and so he's finding the bottom bits of the herd, and Lakota just needs to be looking on the map, having good map awareness, making sure he's looking at what herds are dying. I like how he's adding in some rifle riders there, just in case there's a couple more Lancers or Rodoleros added in, but he can essentially get away with going, I think, pure heavy cav and skirm here. It's definitely the Lakota way. He's getting a lot of food. Might have a Lakota big button timing, a dog soldier big button timing at some point. But yeah, if he just keeps going down, he needs to find that. Oh, he's not paying attention. If he finds the herd, he can contain ChefSudiste, and he's actually up in score, only marginally though.
Yeah. Can we have the line of sight from Lakota? I want to know if he scouted that hunt at the south. He did. So if he looks at his map, basically, if he looks down, he's gonna see that there are villagers down there and that he should go down there. Like he really needs to do the damage right now. He needs to keep the ball rolling, basically, keep it rolling, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he heard you, Kanoki. I think he heard you because he's diving in for it. He sees the outpost. He needs to get below the outpost. No, get below that outpost and stop the villagers. Oh, he's so late with it though. He's so late with it, and that's going to turn off that highest line of sight because the villagers must be. Oh, they've already ran.
Yeah, they already ran below the TC, and we can see Spain already did a rematch, already going up in score again. But that attack dance really swinging the fights in favor of Lakota. Oh wait, Spain has a big trouble right now. He has run out of save gold, I believe. Oh wait, no, there is one behind his first base, his initial base, I believe.
I think,
maybe
I mean, he's ran out of food though, or safe food.
Yeah. There is the one at the north, but still very exposed. What is that? Tribal marketplace? Double tribal marketplace?
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, that's something you can do. So there we go. We can see finally the second TC being sieged. Already paid off though. Like that TC was well worth it for the time it lasted. That's a lot of Lancers though. Like, am I right? Oh yeah, that's a ton of Lancers. That's actually like 10 to 12 Lancers, and he's gonna try to connect on the Wakinas.
The Lancers
suck
right against the Axe Riders. That's the only problem, and there are Rifle Riders as well. So I think the Lancers are going to go down very, very quickly. It's just about how many skirmishers they can take down before they go down. And this TC, the pathing on this TC is absolutely terrible for the Wakina Rifles. But is it going to matter? Because Lakota goes
Lakota being Lakota, they shoot, they kill, and it's gonna be a cleanup once again. The TC is gonna go down, and
And
Chef
there's the
Sudiste
GG. Oh my god,
tapping
easy,
out.
taking this down to 2-2. This series just got interesting.
Yeah. Are we gonna go to the seventh game? That's the question. Is Chef Sudiste gonna be able to play enough civilization up until the end of this series? We'll see.
Damn.
I,
Do
I
people
mean,
believe me? Do people believe me when I say Lakota are S tier now?
fire pits, mate. Like fire pits,
So
wardens.
busted. So busted.
You end up with rifle riders that have like 50 attacks, axe riders that have
Yes, it was
pretty
so
much the same.
stupid.
It's
I
completely
I
insane.
I calculated this the other day. Axe riders, when they're like fighting against dragoons, do more damage to dragoons than dragoons do to axe riders. Like by a lot, by a
and
comfortable amount.
and good freaking luck trying to kite axe riders
Yeah,
when they are
yeah, exactly.
buffed by the war chief. You know, good freaking luck. It's not happening. But yeah, very interesting though that despite the two water maps actually going through both water maps, we haven't seen any water play whatsoever. Um, so apparently those two players are like cats, you know. They don't like water. They touch water. They go out. I don't
I thought
know.
he was gonna say. I thought he was gonna say you eat the cats. But we won't go. We won't go down that meme.
I'm not Chinese. That's all I'm gonna say. Uh,
Why?
but
They're
there you go.
eating the cats.
Eating the cats. No.
That was my
No.
best Donald Trump impression. They're
Oh,
eating the cats.
cats. I'm more used to the build a wall thing, you know. But yeah,
Oh
eating
yeah.
the cats. I don't know.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
I don't have that one at least.
What the
Which map
fuck?
is
How
the
can
next one?
make more units
That's
than
a good
me?
question.
Question.
It's supposed to be Siberia. Okay,
Oh,
Siberia.
Siberian. I'm just gonna be right back. I'm just gonna
Yeah, no problem.
grab a drink and I'll be right back.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna do something. Man, I was gonna ask some question to the chat while Leonard is away, and I see emoticon only. The timing, mate. The timing. There you go. Thank you, mate. Hope you're enjoying the cast. Hope you're enjoying this series, guys. Really fun. Really fun series. Ask question. Yeah, sure. I mean, how can't they, Joshua? They eating. Jamie. Oh, I see Moonshine. Now with the full thing, I think I got it. I think I got it. Yeah, I might have delay. And yes, I am French. My accent always get me, you know. I cannot do a very good impression of an Englishman. But yeah. So chat, what are your predictions for the rest of the series? Who do you think is gonna come on top? Chef Sudiste, the Portuguese enjoyer, the Portuguese spammer, or the Chad, the Giga Chad Easy that plays every sieve? Not biased at all, by the way. While Julian K just joined the chat. Big Julian. Will we see Malta or Italy? I can sadly answer you no, because this is a legacy tournament, so we are not gonna see any DE sieve. But hey. Yeah, no DE sieves. I mean, I understand the position because like there are still a few outliers, a few builds that that need some nerfing on the sides of DE Sieves. But overall, I really like the DE Sieves in general. I am one of those people. I believe Lionheart, you're the same. You really
What
like
scumbag?
the
Yeah.
DE Sieves. But yeah.
I'm
I'm an
definitely a
Inca.
DE enjoyer.
I am an Inca Osamain. I know you hate Inca, but hey, mate. You know.
Well, no, I hate osteo.
Hey, when you got no hands like me, you got to play a C that allows you to play with your foot, you know. So that's Inca for you.
Yeah,
It's
your foot, all your foot needs to do is spam the plume spearman button.
exactly, exactly. Tartar Lakota is a DLC sieve, sure, but it's not a DE sieve. While we have the pick for Siberia, and we are gonna go straight into the game. And there we go on Siberia. On the side, on the soft side, playing as the blue, Odenoshoni. And on the north side, playing as the red, ChefSudiste is gonna play Russians. So Odenoshoni gonna be played by Easy, starting with a Travois, of course. I'm surprised we see Odenoshoni on this map and not on a water map. I'm really, really surprised. For example, we didn't saw Odenoshoni on Alaska, and we are seeing them now. But I believe that's for the TP. I believe that's because you want that TP. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm a bit more surprised to see Russia on this map, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah, same.
usually it was like the like back in the vanilla days, you had a map called Texas. Well, you had Texas map, but it was very different back in vanilla. Like Texas, you spawned with 2 towers, and it's like the
Yeah,
rule was that was a terrible Russia map because essentially what Russia always rushes, right? They always want to
yeah.
have early units in your base, and you essentially have a free outpost on this map, so that kind of makes Russia
Negates.
worse just by default.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I
so
agree.
I feel like Russia's probably it's not very good to pick Russia in this map.
I mean, maybe once again he's gonna go for the fast fortress shenanigans, but against Odenoshoni, can you? Like I'm not sure. Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think on a land map that's risky. Yeah, I think
yeah,
that's risky.
yeah. I think that's very, very risky, and we can see he's not going for a TP, so that's not gonna be any kind of fast fortress build, any kind of logistician build. Otherwise, he would have gone for a TP already. He would have dropped some wood for an house, but that's not what he's doing. So that's gonna be standard play by Russia, and as you said. Against Odenoshoni, they have the Travois that is going to build, you know, the Warrant. They have the tower. I don't know. I don't know if Russia is going to be able to push anything right there.
Yeah, I
So,
think he's going to anyway. You know, I think he's
yeah.
going to unless Haudenosaunee rush them back. You know, like before we know that could be the case here because Russia, sorry, Haudenosaunee they can rush hard. They can rush very very
Oh,
hard
yes.
with like lots of tomahawks. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see what their build orders are gonna be here.
Can we see the decks very quickly? They pick their deck. So we can see Odenoshoni. It can be anything. Very, very standard deck right there. So it can be H2, it can be H3. So yeah, I believe it's going to be H3 though, because as you said, the rush is based on those tomahawks, and tomahawks tends to get countered by Streled pretty well. So I would be surprised to see rush by Odenoshoni, but maybe. And on the side of Russia, what do we have? Do we have anything special on the side of Russia? Nah, nothing special. Very standard deck.
Yeah.
Um, maybe Eco Fury, but that's not going to be a thing before H3. Um, yeah, Advanced Arsenal. which I always like to get in my decks, which is a bit special. It doesn't have the 600 wood instead. So yeah, that's the only outlier right there. But other than that, very normal deck, I would say. So the question is it going to be Rush versus Fast FF? Is it going to be Rush versus Rush full colonial? I don't know. We'll see.
I legitimately think it's impossible for ChefSudiste to not have at least refrigeration in every single deck.
Does he have a refrigeration again?
He has refrigeration, yeah. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure like there's got to be a clinical autism thing for that. Like he literally has refrigeration in every single deck.
I mean,
Just thought I'd point that out. Just thought I'd point that out.
that's true. That's true. Is it bad for Russia though? That's the real question. But
I mean, it's okay.
it's
It's not
okay, I guess.
great.
Yeah. I'm not sure on this map though, because like sure there is some food, but it's really hard to secure, you know. That's another thing I don't really like about the Russia pick on this map. Is that like most of your hunts are very far away from your starting TC, and when you're playing a civ like Russia that needs a lot of food, I feel like that's very risky. That's why we often see Germans, for example, on this map, because you don't have to go as far for hunts. You have the mines that are closer to your TC, you know, so you can play a bit safer. And we see a lot of villager on gold on the side of easy, which kinda tells me it's gonna be a fast fortress, or maybe a semi-fast fortress, but nothing. I don't think it's gonna be heavy colonial play at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, another point on this map, like you cannot place any building in the middle, which make your blockers too safe or too committal, you know. But there is no in between. Like, so another reason for me not to pick Rush on this map, if there was not enough already. So
I don't really know what that forward blockhouse does.
nothing.
Yeah,
Secure a hunt. It secures the hunt. That's it.
yeah, but it sticks out like a sore thumb at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that placement. I really, I mean, he's just hit the herd away from his blockhouse.
I was gonna say he backered it on top of that. It's like it goes from worse to worse. You know, it's
yeah. I'm a little bit confused.
I'm trying to look at chat if they got ideas of why Russia is picked there, but I don't see anything. I don't see any backseater right there. At least not worse than us. That has some ideas. We can see the 5 Cossacks, and they are gonna need to deal damage, I feel. If those 5 Cossacks don't achieve anything, I'm not sure. At least this gold mine is forward, so you know it's gonna gain a little bit of time. We can see a very defensive route. Those Cossacks cannot stay there. They are gonna die way too quickly.
Yeah, I guess the blockhouse is probably just quite a safe. Like he's just put it in a safe distance away from the TC in order to he was probably a little bit worried that there might be like the big button from the TC Tomahawks that might be able to take down the blockhouse before it gets built. So I'm guessing he's just kind of playing it safe. Do you know what I mean? Like he's still gonna kind of be aggressive, but he's playing it very safe. So I guess that's fine as well. You're in a tournament setting, you know, you don't want to risk anything too crazy. So you just play it safe, really. So going full Strelette with a Cossacks shipment here. That's very risky because obviously Howden and Shoney do have that 4 cab shipment.
Yeah.
Kanye West. So that's a scary shipment. So, but I did see him go 5 mil into the resource shipment. So he's going very greedy, and he might actually try and squeeze in the fortress there.
Yeah, I feel so as well, and I really like that because, you know, once the forest prowlers are out, I don't see what counters forest prowlers on the side of Russia. Sure, Cossacks, but like it's not going to be enough. That's what I mean. The forest prowlers are going to be able to pick off the Strelets from miles away, and yeah, I really like the play. At least for now, for easy. One thing I really like from ChefSudiste is that he's actually gathering food from those forward hunts right now, while he has map control, which is really smart by him. So he can then retract on the food sources on the left side of the map. So I really like the fact that he's doing that, and we can see the messenger coming from easy. He already has the racks. He's likely gonna add a stable with the edge up travois, and that's it. He has the wood for houses, so everything is going fine. Everything is going really fine for him.
Everything's going fine. Well, Agent 3 is almost here. Is he going to have like a bit... he's made a few tomahawks, I think. He's got some in queue. But nothing that's going to really do too much. He's got his hero
the
back.
travois.
Oh, yeah, that... Oh, that was risky.
Catch. Yeah, he couldn't catch the travois. It was the edge up, by the way. The villagers are gonna garrison, but we can see a few villagers have been left behind, so that's already one going down. Likely a second one. He is gonna lose. At least 3 villagers right there.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
No, only 2. He lose one on the mine. Okay, so but the big shipment we can see Kenya Riders, I believe. Is that Kenya Riders that are coming? I believe
Kenya West on the way, and that should clean up. And don't forget, this is why I was talking about Russia was being bad earlier, because they're fighting in front of an outpost. There's essentially another outpost because of the free travois that Howden and Shoney always get. So TC fire and 2 outpost fire does take its toll, and there is 0 anti-cav right here. Absolutely 0 anti-cav. What is he doing?
It hurts. The Cossacks are gonna coming, but too late. That's already like 10 strategies almost, like maybe 5 to 6 strategies going down. That's a lot, and we can see the Kenya West barely getting hit by those strategies. They just eat bullets for breakfast at this point, and the behind this we can see starting to mass the musket riders, I believe, and the forest prowlers. Slowly but surely, he missed his first batch because of the idle time. But the shipments are coming. The shipments keep coming from now. Because since Russia dived into his base, like Strelets die, and when they die, they give XP, and that secures of the Forest Prowler shipment. And Forest Prowler plus Kenya West, I don't see how Russia beats that at that point, at least. So yeah, but good mass actually from Russia. Not that by any means. He has 2 TP behind this, so he's gonna get a lot of XP as well. Iroquois doesn't have a TP anymore, so yeah, ChefSudiste is not in a bad spot, you know. He's not in a good one, but he's not in a bad one.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't like the There's always seeing a Strelet Cossack here. I didn't actually like the shipment of Forest Prowlers. I would much rather have seen Musket Rider shipment or another Cav shipment. I feel like Kanye West and Musket Riders is all he needs here. Yes, the Forest Prowlers are going to be able to get a good picks off against the Strelets. That's absolutely fine, but I feel like he wants the Cav and he wants to dive in now and he wants to get all of that juicy damage.
Can we see if Odenashoni is getting some gold behind this? Is he stacking some gold? Because a big shipment that could come in as the next shipment could be the Curse, and that's what he's doing, it seems like. He's stacking some gold, so we are likely gonna see Cuirassiers next, and yeah, there is absolutely nothing on the side of ChefSudiste that can stop. Meanwhile, those guys are having a party on top of a fire pit right there. But yeah, the true Russian way, you know, you burn something in the middle, you put some techno, and then you have some fun. That's how they like it right there.
Yeah. I would like to see the Renegade French. I love just saying that shipment, the Kurz, the Renegade French.
But by the way, do you know how we say Cuirassiers in French, actually? Like the true way to say Cuirassiers.
Cuirassiers.
Cuirassier.
I can't pronounce that.
Yeah, I know you can't.
Cuirassiers.
But that's the way it should be pronounced.
Yeah, I can't form, my mouth can't form to make that noise. Cuirassier. See, I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah, it's quite hard actually. But yeah, can we see if he's actually getting the cuirassier behind this? Is he not?
Now you're just showing off.
Nah. He's getting the Kenya West. Yeah, I'm gonna switch back to the English accent because I actually struggled, to say it with the French accent while I'm speaking English. It's actually hard. But yeah, no, he's not getting the cuirassies. He's getting more Kanye West, and so we are gonna wait for the French to arrive to the rescue of the Iroquois.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be rough for Chef.
Still massing, still keeping up in score. He has the full TP line. Can we see if he has stagecoach very quickly before the fight? Yeah, he does. Okay, he does have a stagecoach. So
yeah, the problem is, they're very similar score. One of them is in H3 and one of them is in H2. That's the problem.
I fully agree. And we can see some kind of an engagement. He needs to be careful about that pop coming out of the blockhouse. But as soon as the pop comes, that's Swelcy. Now maybe the Iroquois is a bit more confident about going in. Yeah, he is, because the pop just happened. So he knows what come out of the blockhouse, and now he doesn't fear it anymore. We can see he's keeping the musket rider really at the back, rifle rider, sorry, really at the back, making sure they are not getting hit by those Swelcy, making sure to pick off the Swelcy with the forest prowlers, and I really like that.
Do we have veterancy Kanye Wests?
I hope so.
Do we have the veterancy on the heavy cavalry?
On the side of Iroquois.
Howden and Shoney, yeah.
Yeah. Can we click on the Kanye Wests on the right side? Yeah. Elite Musket Rider and... Oh, no!
No, we don't. That's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. He needs to get that. He needs to get that before he dives in. That feels really bad. He's essentially got H2 cavalry here.
Yeah. And it's one of those mistakes that you make. You are so used to getting your veterancy just by default, and you forgot about it, and you are never gonna get it for the entire game.
Tournament, but it's a tournament thing. Like mistakes like that. Yeah, that is exactly precisely the type of mistake that tournament nerves cost you. Oh yeah, he wants to wait for them. Who needs Ver and Kanye West when you got that Renegade fencing coming? But it looks like ChefSudiste is pushing here. The scores are really tight. Chef is actually up in score, but that will bounce back when those Renegade French get in there. And Howden and Shoney now pushing back. I would be cautious. I would be super cautious about that. Just wait for the Renegade French to get there and then dive in.
And we can see two blockers now producing musket and not Swelcy anymore. So it feels like ChefSudiste is smelling something. There is a shark below the gravels in the ocean. I don't know how you can translate that from French into English, so that's the best I came up with. But we can see more and more musket coming out. Very good play by ChefSudiste, but those muskets are still only colonial, so the French cavalry, like the cuirassiers, are gonna do extremely well versus those muskets regardless.
Oh, he lost his Explorer though. That's terrible. His Explorer got picked up at the worst time possible.
He needs the Explorer to buff the HP of all of his units, and now they are like the Russian is trying to force a fight. We can see pushing with the musket, but is that good? We can see the French cuirassiers are there, and they are gonna go straight onto this Swelcy. Actually pulling back. Maybe he's afraid of the muskets. I don't know if he should be afraid of the musket. That's the big thing I'm asking myself right now. But actually playing conservative, trying to pick off the Russian army from afar. But I'm afraid the eco is not gonna keep up on the side of Odenoshoni versus a 3 TP stagecoach Russia, which, remember, trains villager way faster.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he might have been okay if he just smashed everything in, but he really needs his hero. He needs to get a community plaza and put villagers on there just to get his hero back. If he gets his hero, because you think how much extra HP this whole entire mass would be benefiting from the Howden and Shoney hero. So super important that he gets that. Super important that he gets veterancy on his Kanye West. If he still doesn't have it, he needs to get the veterancy on his heavy cab. If he doesn't, that's going to be such a huge mistake. And he needs more heavy cab as well. He needs more heavy cab. I think the Musket Riders is fine. They're going to have a high damage output against the Cossacks, but he needs the heavy cab to take him over the edge here. There's a lot of there's a lot of musketeers coming in now as well. So the longer this goes on, the worse it's going to get for Haudenosaunee, because like you said, he's going to continue to outscale with the 3 villagers.
Yeah, and we can see Ro32 being more and more ballsy, trying to push forward even more always. And we can see the Russian explorer rebuilding the TC behind enemy lines like a sneaky spy. I'm surprised though that like we see no transition basically out of colonial from Russia, but can we see the shipment available to Russia? Because I believe he's going to run out basically of colonial shipment at this point. Okay, he has basically advanced armory, and that's it. 700 food is not really gonna help, at least for a Castle Age transition, I mean. And he's gonna have to think about going Castle Age at this point. Maybe Economic Theory could also be a good shipment right there.
The economic
50
theory
deals?
is pretty good right now.
Yeah,
But also the cav upgrade that he has in age 1 is actually a decent card as well.
yeah.
So I think that buffs line of sight and HP of Cossacks by about 10%. So it's, you know, it's definitely worth sending.
But we can see he's macroing right now for an edge up, and I really like this. Like, I really like this edge up from Russia. He has a mass that is way too big for Haudenosaunee to actually push in, and he's gonna make sure to have veterancy. That's only 1 villager up there, so that's not big problem, you know. I really like that, by the way, spreading houses with 1 villager on the side just to get line of sight, just not to get raided. Very smart. We can see that he gathered all of the hunts in front of his base at the beginning while he was pushing Haudenosaunee. So now he has safe food basically under his TC and on the right side of the map. So I really like that. Basically not putting his villager in danger, you know, once Haudenosaunee actually hits Fortress Edge. But we can see a building right there from Iroquois going up. Oh, that's only a con mine, so nothing crazy. And all of that mass is gonna get upgraded to veteran, and that's scary. That's extremely scary at this point.
Yeah, that's exactly what he doesn't want to happen. And I
Yeah.
think when he sees that age up come in, he needs to
Oh,
dive in. He
I
needs
agree.
to dive in, and he does see it. He sees it. He's diving in. He's going for it. But all 3 veterancy come in at the exact same time. So I don't think he's going to be able to deny this.
He might be able to deny at least 1, but he needs to not hesitate though. He needs to go in, and he's not gonna go in. So he's not gonna deny any veterancy tech here, very likely. Wait. Oh, he can't sell the veterancy to put it on another blocker. So that veterancy is not gonna get denied anytime soon. That blockers can go down. It's perfectly fine. And we can see a veteran Cossacks, veteran Streltsy, veteran Musket is gonna come just behind 2 Falks being chipped. And yep, sounds good. Sounds very good for Russia, actually.
Yeah, he's on almost 130 military pop, and look at those veterancy techs coming in. That is super scary now. 2 Falconets as well. Oh god.
Yeah. And the Falconets are gonna stop this Forest Prowler supremacy basically on the map. Those Forest Prowler can no longer go up. Ooh, careful with those Scania West. They cannot just dive in like this. And I believe Haudenosaunee has to go H4 at this point to get something to deal with that Celsi mass, you know. And especially those 2 Falconets, because like you cannot dive your cavalry to get those 2 Falconets. There is just too much like trash infantry in the middle stopping you from doing that.
So I don't understand what Haudenosaunee are doing here. Oh wow, he's only just now getting the cavalry upgrade.
Finally.
Oh dear. But he's on 150, like he's on 110 military pop. I feel like he's just given Russia way too much time here. I don't know why he's played so passive here. Russia are going to have to extend out onto the map, right? Well, you know, villagers and all that are going to have to extend out onto the map here, and he's going to have to do so. It looks like he's building a second TC at the bottom side of the map, but I don't know, man. This is just so rough.
It's being scouted as well, this second TC, so likely not going to be long for this world. One of the big cons, let's say, for Russia at this point is that he basically exhausted all of his food sources, so he's gonna have to resort to meals or something like this in order to get some food at this point. But does he really need to train more military at this point? You know, military that costs food. All he wants now is more artillery, more cannons, basically. So it's not going to be a big problem right now, but it's going to be a problem he's going to have to deal with, you know, transitioning to Mills very, very soon. That's why he's plunking VSTC at the south, basically. He's trying to get access to Hunt. Oh, we might see the big fight. That's a lot of tomahawks. Is that the big button? I believe it's the big button because
Yeah.
I saw any training going on, and we can see the cavalry finally going in. The cuirassiers coming
what's
on
he
the side.
doing? Oh, this is so bad. Oh my god.
Yeah. The cuirassiers are basically connecting on the cavalry, which is the worst that you can do because they are going to do less splash damage versus that cavalry than they could versus the infantry. But for now, they haven't been targeted. You know, the two falconets are down, and now the cuirassiers are going to connect with the infantry ball, and that's where the damage is going to start to come in. Those forest spoilers still do damage, but that's a lot of trash.
He just didn't have enough heavy cav to continue smashing into the struts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he just ran out a bit of steam there.
Oh, wait, that's more heavy cav right there. Oh, no. That's only rifle riders, my bad. I thought it was heavy cav. We can see he's trying to go in with the cuirassiers because the muskets are a bit at the back, but that's too many, too much damage. Not enough Kanye West to tank right there and to let the cuirassier do the damage behind. And at this point, I don't really see a comeback from Odonoshoni. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he calls GG.
GG.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know why he was playing so passive. I'm not sure what his thought
Yeah.
process was, but I feel like he at the moment Renegade French came in that card, and if at that point he teched his Kanye West to get their veterancy,
yeah,
at that point he should have pushed in and he should have taken the fight. There was a large part of that where there really wasn't much anti-cav for Russia. And he just let ChefSudiste get so much musketeer and cavalry. It was just, it was just GG.
Can we look at the deck from Iroquois? Because I think one thing Easy did is he shipped 6 Kenya and then 5 Kenya, and he trained more and more forest spoilers. I don't know if he needed that many forest spoilers, if maybe prioritizing, you know, those French cuirassiers wouldn't have been better to get that big fight, basically, you know, earlier. Instead of going for the 6 Kenya, then the 5 Kenya, and training some forest spoilers. I feel like the timing was meant to be a little bit earlier right there. But what do I know? Maybe that was the right call in terms of card, or just not the correct execution. Let's say, like not having the veterancy was a big problem in that mid game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had more military mass and better quality units. Yeah, that's gonna be.
Yeah.
You are going to say?
I was gonna say that's the 3-4. Sorry, 3-2, right? So match point for ChefSudiste. Easy's got to win 2 games here to take the series.
And the next map is gonna be Central Plain, and I think we haven't seen ChefSudiste play Lakota yet. So yep, that might be something. He might be laming Lakota at this point, and Easy is gonna need an answer to that. We'll see. We'll see if it's actually Lakota. Maybe it's not.
Yeah. What's the map again?
Central Plains.
Central Plains. I mean, that's got Lakota written all over it, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
that's just got. We could see Otto from Easy. I mean, that would be a shout. It's a good TP map.
Yeah, actually, Otto with the Azaps can deal. The Azap versus the Hyena is an issue though. So I don't think you would go for that. But yeah, maybe Otto indeed. What other Sith could do? Something that deals with the TP line and with Lakota in general. That's very few Civ, you know, that deal well versus Lakota. Yeah, I'm not sure. We will see, I guess.
Is I don't know. I mean, it looks to me like Chef's really just running out of civs, really. Uh, after that last game, but like you said, Easy knows every civ. So, if I was Easy, I would go. I would go Otto. I think you have to on a TP map. Play H2. Go Jan Abbas. You know, or whatnot,
Yeah.
and just try his luck. I think.
I mean, at least if the Lakota player is going for the TP line, you get two. You can start even with two TPs in H1. You know, if you want to as Otto. Maybe he's not gonna. He's gonna get the first TP and then the second one in transition. And at that point, sure, you want to get stagecoach. Give me two stagecoach as well. You know, you're gonna have to siege those TP. It's gonna take time. I'm gonna be able to mass, and from there we can play. The issue is that Lakota is so fast usually to do that. Like they secure 4 TP by the time you barely edged up. But Ottoman is actually quick enough to secure those TPs before the Travo come in. So that could be interesting. The Travo or the War Chief builds the TP. So yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see.
we will. Don't see a game just yet.
Not yet,
I'm sure.
apparently. What's this purple flag? It's Odenoshoni or Iroquois guts, depending on if you are a legacy player or not. Oh, Kafkuras, is Mexico the only sieve to refold before H4? Yes. Oh! Oh! That's a surprise, Leonard.
What's that?
There is no Lakota being played.
Oh, we got a French mirror. I did not
Let's
see
go.
that coming. I
More
did not see
baguettes.
that coming. Wow. A French mirror on potentially the final game of the series. Wow. I have seen Chef's French before, so I do know he's quite comfortable with this. But this is this tells me that neither of these guys are comfortable with another TP Civ. So
I agree.
Easy probably not overly comfortable with Otto. I think Chef obviously doesn't know how to play Lakota. I'm guessing from that, but yeah. So the other thing that's good about these series, right? If you're not like, if you're, let's say you're one of the better players, you know, going into this, and you're watching all of these bracket games, you know, you're able to see the likes of Easy or ChefSudiste, and you're able to see, and then Soldier, you know, like you're able to see who these people, what civilizations they're playing and what maps they're playing those civilizations on, and that will give you a really good understanding of, right, they're more comfortable with these civs, they're not clearly not as good with these civilizations, and that gives, you know, those people even more of an advantage, because you know, they get to see what their opponents are kind of making here and what civs they're playing. So yeah, that's just an interesting thought about that.
Yeah, I fully agree. I fully agree, and that's what we were saying earlier in this series. Like, being a best of 7 actually means you need to have that civilization pool. Basically, you need to be confident on at least 6 civs. You know, you can throw a civ out there. Maybe you need to be confident on 5 civs. You know, you might throw 2 games, but not more. And that might become an issue when, you know, the tournament goes deeper into the round and you go to best of 7. Is the final in best of 9 maybe? That could be even more of an issue for those players. But the big question, French Mirror, are we gonna see some natives? Are we gonna see the House of Bourbon? Can we see the Dake to make sure? And are we gonna see a revolt? Because I know someone, he might be in the chat, but that played yesterday on this map with French, and that he likes revolting apparently.
I mean, imagine. Who would have thought? Lionheart likes revolts. Huge reveal.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't expecting that. Damn.
Oh, bro,
Damn.
mate, I'm so happy with that game. That is like what that is probably my like proudest achievement is to pull like it's because I didn't just pull it off. I pulled off every trick in the book with that. I might have
Yeah.
lost the game, but I showcased pretty much all there was to showcase about the Napoleon Revolution. So
To be
I'm
fair,
happy.
I understand why some people may find the revolt frustrating from a gameplay standpoint. You know, a lot
Yeah,
of
because they're
very high
losers.
value shipments because they lose. Yeah. But
Yeah.
like from let's say almost flavor points, I love this revolt. Like it's absolutely awesome. The fact that it goes in two phases, both phases are very different and stuff. I really like it. You know, it's like there is the revolution and then there is the Bonaparte. It has all the flavor, from the French Revolution. I really like it. Really, really like it. So can we see the deck if there is actually the House of Bourbon in any of those two decks? So no House of Bourbon on the side of Easy and on the side of ChefSudiste, no House of Bourbon either. So no natives, no House of Bourbon. And I really think it's a shame because that card is so powerful in my opinion. You should have it in almost every French deck really. Just for the 2000 XP, I believe, that you can get from the House of Bourbon. I believe that alone justifies the card. Like to be fair, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Don't see any ancient regime play, which I'm a little bit gutted about. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. The Ancient Regime card. It's the House of Bourbon, if I'm correct.
Oh,
And
sorry. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
yeah, I'm really really surprised that we don't see any of that. On top of that, the Royal Musketeer are just insane. H1. They are not as good in the French Mirror because they don't kill CDB in one shot. So that might be a reason why we don't see Ancient Regime actually. But
Hmm.
even for a semi, if your opponent is going for a semi SR, you go for a semi FF with Royal Musketeer, and in my I don't see what's wrong. You know, you are in a pretty good position. SR are not going to be an issue for those Royal Musketeers. So
I think I'm just so used to playing ancient regime and laming with it that I don't even know what standard French play is
yeah,
anymore.
me neither. To be fair, like me neither. I love the card. Extremely powerful. While
Okay.
ChefSudiste is struggling to get his odds back, finally, it's gonna go back a little bit. And we can see the four, is it 4 or 5? It's 5 CDBs, I believe. Yeah. No, it's 4.
There is
It's 4.
no way, and there is no way he's getting 5 cav out here. There is no way he's getting
No, no,
5
no.
Hazards out.
And we can see on the other side, he's going Musketeer. So it's gonna be Musketeer versus Assar, so rather
Yeah, this
defensive
is.
on the side of Easy.
Yeah. I mean, this is classic, matchup. Really, one's decide. I mean, you usually see Huss versus Huss, but sometimes you do see the Musketeer versus Hazard. So
Yeah.
generally, I think Hazard's better, just because
Mobility.
you can make something happen with Hazards. Do you know what I mean? Like you can
Yeah.
apply pressure,
Yeah.
so it's Easy's the one that's going to make the mistake. So generally, Hazards is better. I mean, he's got Musketeer, so he can apply pressure to the TP, right? Which is nice, and he can make another batch of Musketeers, which it looks like he's doing, and then he can defend his units. So from that perspective, look, he's getting use out of the Musketeers. He's going to siege a TP. He's going to get a treasure from that. So there is some versatility there, but generally Hazard is the much more like kind of flexible unit here, and he can be the one that can be aggressive. So yeah, it's just gonna this will just come down to who plays better here.
Yeah. I like myself. I prefer the Musketeer play just because I don't have the micro, and the APM to get the SRs everywhere. But we can see
Yep.
here more SRs than Musketeers, and that's the issue when you play the Musketeer is that you can get caught in small skirmishes like this. You need to pack all of us Musketeers together because together Musketeer strong, and they are going to push back those SRs.
Yeah, but I mean that could have been better micro by Easy there. What I would have done
Yeah.
with the 4 Musketeers that he had forward, there should have come a point where he should have put them into melee, and the Hussars would have been forced to run back as soon as the kind of reinforcing musketeers came in. But by then, the musketeers would have done a lot of damage anyway. So I feel like, you know, it could have been a better play there by Easy, but you know, it all comes down to, you know, how good your micro is. He's sieging that TP. I'm a little bit worried about those raiding Hussars. Are they going to catch anything?
Apparently no.
No,
Apparently no.
okay. Easy sees it quickly, which is good. 700 gold comes in. That tells me he's probably going to be going for an FF now. I can't see any more batches. Oh, no. I tell a lie. He's got a stable. So maybe we're going to see Musk Huss. So this is like very, this is like a very classic Musk into Huss. And Chef's gone the other way around and gone Huss into Musk. So, yeah. TP goes down, though.
Yeah, TP goes down and a TP goes up on the side of Easy, so he's gonna have way more XP, but we can see 2 TPs going up on the side of ChefSudiste. So actually...
Oh, is Easy gonna catch that? Easy, pay attention! Oh, he could have killed him. He could have got a Hussar there.
Yeah, clearly. But he needs to be careful because that's a lot of Hussars, that's enough Musketeer to counter his own Musketeers. Sure, there is a batch of 5 Hussars behind this, but I'm not sure he should be that cocky about taking that fight. I feel like that could be a cleanup right there. He needs to be careful. 8 Hussars versus 5. Sure, there are more Musketeers, but those Musketeers are not going in melee right there. Good micro though, pulling the Hussars.
Why is he not putting them in melee? He needs to walk forward and just manually melee with them. I don't know why.
I agree.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I have no idea. That was such a throw there by Easy. I have no... Like, ChefSudiste was not microing his Hussars there. Like, Blue Easy's Musketeers could have just absolutely destroyed that. However, it's, you know, he still kind of comes out on top. He's got more Musketeers than his opponent, so he can continue to bully.
Yeah, exactly. And we can see that he's... he agrees with you because he's going for a very greedy card right there. Which is I can't remember the name actually. You know, it's the one that makes your hunt better. Basically, your hunting is better.
Spice trade.
Spice trade. Yeah, there you go.
He's sending spice trade.
So he is confident. He's confident in the list. You know.
That's not what you send right now. Oh my god! You send a expo here, and then you push. What is he doing? Oh my god! This is the reason ChefSudiste, you can just tell he's a team player and he's not a natural 1v1 player, because this is what you would do in team games. Like, this is not what you do in 1v1. Because now, I mean, Spice Trade is still a decent card, right? But basically, if Easy sends his crossbows and then pushes there, but he's aged up anyway, so this is fine. So yeah, he's just gonna... I mean, you've got one person in H2 sending Spice Trade, and then you've got the other person who's sending skirmishers. Like, you know, he's just gonna... Easy from this position should win.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. But can we have a quick look at the skirms coming in? Was he making goons there? I think he was making goons.
Yeah.
Chef is nowhere near aging up just yet, but he's not making any units, so he might just be kind of aging. He's got 16 villagers on gold, 11 on food, no one on wood. So I think ChefSudiste is just going to rely on the natural age up here, without relying on a kind of crate shipment here. Goons come in.
Yeah. Goons coming, and I would...
Oh, but the skirms coming out of a terrible position. No, not like this, Easy. Get the Minutemen. Get your Minutemen out there.
Get your Minutemen.
There's a decent amount of goons, but he needs to kite for his life. The Hussars, I don't know why the Hussars were diving in there. Yeah, they needed to back up. But the skirmishers coming out of that TC could be detrimental here. The Hussars are all over the place. They don't know what they're doing. And that was so many Hussars just got absolutely thrown away there. I mean, that was a bad... there was bad micro on both sides there. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I fully agree. And the thing is, though, is that ChefSudiste, when you are playing Must Us and you are going into a treat, you want to keep your mass. You want to have those veteran C-Tech, and now it just threw away his entire mass. And at that point, I'm gonna say it, but if Easy doesn't throw this game, there is no comeback from there. Like, let's be very real, because like ChefSudiste is already behind the score, he's not edged up, and he has no mass anymore. So I don't really see a way from him, and it just backered. Oh, you know when you need a good herd to go back under your TC and it just backeards.
Yeah,
It's
it's horrendous. So Easy, in order for Easy to secure win this game, he needs to apply pressure. He's in H3. He's got the Skirm Goon. He needs to start applying pressure. He's kind of walking around. I don't really know what he's doing. He needs to dive in and hit the eco. He needs to kill. He
I
needs to
fully
chip
agree.
away at these French villagers. Because if he doesn't, ChefSudiste, he has shipped eco cards. The longer you give your opponent time to kind of boom. And what is Easy? Easy's not paying attention. Get stuck in on the herd. This is so frustrating to watch. Start applying pressure, for goodness sake. Just wandering around aimlessly.
It has been an issue for Easy during this entire series, very undecisive. Maybe that's one of his first tournament, I don't know. Maybe he's a bit stressed, but for sure he's not pushing when he should. Like, he needs to push his advantage right now, and he needs to deal damage. Can we see Easy point of view, please, just to see what he's training? I would love to start seeing some cuirassiers, maybe some heavy camp.
Micro, for goodness sake. Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry. This is getting painful.
Oh, yeah.
This is getting painful now. Pay attention to your army, for goodness sake. Come on, Easy. Oh God, I'm getting too emotionally involved here.
Yeah. I know you don't want ChefSudiste to win this game. I believe that's what we can hear right now.
I just want the underdog to win. You know, I want the underdog to do well. And he's making mistakes here, which is really frustrating. Like, those musketeers went straight to the TP. They should have gone straight with the Skirm and the goons because if he was worried about not having enough anti-cav, there were his musketeers. He should have been applying the pressure way sooner. He could have killed potentially a couple of villagers earlier. Yeah, it's a little bit painful here. He's still up in score, but he's not being naturally aggressive enough. And whenever, like, I've played you know, all the top French players, right? Whether you play like Julian, Giggs, Kaiser Klein, whoever you're playing here, they are being aggressive. You know, the moment they've got units, they're out on the map, they're being busy, and they're doing something about it, whether they're raiding you or they're applying pressure. And Easy is being way too passive here, and I don't like it.
I think he's being APM locked because he's being raided in his base with the 3 hussars that were still alive at the back. And now he's not paying attention with his skirmishers, and his skirmisher mass is going down very, very quickly. I don't think that's a good idea to actually trade those skirmishers down, because there are a lot of goons on the opponent's side, and you don't want those goons to basically have free reign. I don't know why he's still sieging.
He's wasted so much time sieging TPs.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I just don't understand. He obviously thought that was the right decision, but it really wasn't. The musketeers are they could have been sieging a stable or a barracks, you know, whilst the skirms apply pressure to the eco. Like, this is what he should have been doing. But instead, he's been kind of fart-arsing about, not doing anything. He's on 33 villages. Chef's on 33 villages. How many vills is Easy on?
I believe he's on less than 30 because he lost a few from those SR raids. And yeah, taking the time to kill those TPs when there is no stagecoach. If there was stagecoach, sure, but there is no stagecoach. And now we have villagers being exposed. And that villager count that was around 30, it's gonna go down. The hussars, the 3 hussars from before, they are still alive. They are here to snare. And we can see that this is gonna force a fight Easy doesn't want to take.
Yeah, no. I mean, the scores are still close. There's a few Kers coming in, but there's a lot of goons there. If he can kind of get a good pincer attack, or just find a good flank somehow. Oh, but there's 3 Kers from him as well. Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like those cuirassiers shouldn't go in the fight for Easy. Just find the gold mine or the hunt from your opponent. Like, you can see the entire army, you know, from your opponent. It is far away from the base. Go straight for the fort. Go for the villagers and kill a few villagers right there. But that's not what he's doing. He's gonna try to fight. There is like 12 goons on the side of his opponent, so I'm not sure those cuirassiers are gonna achieve much. I know they are tanky, but that's only 7 versus almost twice the amount of goons. So I don't know if it's gonna be enough, basically. Meanwhile, it could be applying pressure on the other side of the map, and those goons wouldn't be in position to actually contest. And now his skirmishers are gonna get caught. Are they? Are they? Are they? No, the cuirassiers are actually not connecting. So, oof, thank God. That
We
cuirassier
got
is almost
musketeers
down.
in melee. Oh,
Wait,
that was
wait.
funny.
Our cuirassier is gonna connect. That's the big question. That's only the one down. The second one is down. And there we go. We have the fight. Cuirassier on cuirassier action. More goon though on the side of ChefSudiste, which should give him an advantage in the long run. But actually lost a lot of cuirassiers in the beginning of the fight. And that's actually cuirassiers on the side of Easy and no cuirassier on the side of ChefSudiste. We still have goons. We still have the skirmisher. And it looks good for Easy at this point. Does it actually? Nah. Too many goons. Too many goons on the side of ChefSudiste.
Yeah, those musketeers as well. He just dived that little pocket of musketeers that he had into melee, and they kind of got stuck in there. And those bayonets actually did some work. I saw that they were just chopping away at the dragoons as well. So that really hurt as well. And so that was that was good micro by ChefSudiste to bring that flank in with those musketeers. I believe he wanted to take them raiding initially, but then kind of changed his mind and used them to come in with a flank, which worked really, really well. And Easy just kind of got caught, which was a bit of a shame. 2 Falconets coming in now. That if he could get a couple of nice pop shots, then that could work well. But yeah, he's going to have to. I mean, the score's bounced back. Look at the score. I mean, that's bounced back really well. So it's still anyone's game, but I think the 2 Falconets are going to have to do some work here. They're going to have to get a couple of good shots off against these skirmishers.
I just feel like Easy is far behind on the eco. We have 32 villager on the side of Easy, and I believe at this point we might be on 38 on the side of ChefSudiste, and he was able to get Spice Trade.
Yeah.
So there is a big eco difference at this point, and it starts to show. We can see the mass is a lot bigger on the side of ChefSudiste, but 2 Falcon, 2 Falc action, you know? Who is gonna win? Like that's gonna be a big decider in this game. Who can win the 2 fight? Oh no.
What are those villagers doing? Oh dear. And oh, he's putting melee in. Oh.
Oh no,
This is going from bad to worse. This is going from bad to worse.
Wait. Falc's coming from the south. Is he gonna be able to get a snipe on the Falconet? No, he's not. He's gonna cancel because of the goon. Sag, he gets the first shot on some of the goons. But that's not what you want. Right now you want to snipe
him. Oh, no, Easy, you could have sniped a goon. Oh, no, his goons could have sniped a Falc there. What's he doing? Oh, no. Nice backing up with the Falconets, though, by Easy.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Goons diving onto the Falconets. Already one Falconet being half HP. It's gonna go down. The second Falconet is being focused. And we can see on the other side that the goons are having a hard time going through all the skirms. Sure, the first Falconet is gonna go down. The second as well, likely, but that's all the goons gone. And at this point, yeah, nice comeback by ChefSudiste. Maybe I jinxed it by saying Easy couldn't lose this game. Hey, he proved me wrong right there. Sag, very, very Sag. A little bit too defensive, and that's it. Win by ChefSudiste, and he's gonna
Everybody
win.
together. Can I get a higher? Tell you what, though. I'll tell you what. I'm impressed with Easy. I'm impressed with Easy. I mean, he played his heart out there, and taking it. You know, people would have been. I guarantee you, people would have been coming in, myself included, thinking that this was going to be a 4-0 to Chef.
Yeah.
But Easy taking it really, really close, and that was definitely a very impressive play by Easy to do that well, especially when he was looking at the. You know, you looked at his elo earlier. He's currently on 1750 elo or something. And ChefSudiste lost 2 games. Yeah, and that should have been that was Easy's game, and he threw it. So that was
and
actually really impressive by Easy.
Same for the previous one, and you think about it. It's really indecision. You know, sometimes when you face someone that is better than you, you're a bit scared. You're like, oh, wait, I cannot be ahead. You know, in your head, you kinda get that loser mentality in a way. You're like, I cannot be in front of this guy, you know. There is something fishy, or I should be careful. No, just go for it. Smack the fucking guy, you know. Like, and that's a bit what Easy lacked in this series, you know. This ability to just go for it, you know, to trust yourself and to actually go for the plays that are going to win the game for you, and not just not lose, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it was good. It was. I like how all of the ChefSudiste, fellatio enjoyers are coming out in his defense. Oh my God, Lionheart's such an. You realize I'm a mod. You realize I'm a mod, and I'm gonna time yourself. Ban that ass. So oh dear, but yeah, it was a great series. Easy. I see
Yeah,
you
very
in
good.
chat. Well played, mate. That was you played your
Very
heart
well
out
played.
there, and you that like every game was close, wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
apart from the first game, every single game was close there. So yeah.
Yeah, apart from the Portuguese game, but it's because Portuguese. So we are not going to talk about that one. But apart from that, like all matches were very, very close, and it could have very easily go easy way. Um, especially once again those last two, Haudenosaunee and French, really felt like Easy was on the verge of winning those two. Like he was in a good position in both of
Mhm.
those
Mhm. Mhm. Um.
entering the mid game.
Yeah. Don't
But yeah,
forget, you know, it's you're in the tournament as well. Tournament nerves count. So
oh yeah,
people
of
aren't going
course.
to be playing their best. So there's always like little minor mistakes when you're in a tournament. So yeah. But yeah, that was a great series to end the Saturday for me. Um, so yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else coming on, is there?
Nope, there is not.
Okay. Well, you seem to be a fan favorite, Kanoki. I think you've definitely got to be doing some more casts. I'll tell you that.
Hey, apparently I am planned for tomorrow. So tomorrow, 16 GMT. More matches: Lucas versus Connaissances, The Only Boss versus I Am Turk, and then Julian K versus Ketterboy. Ketterboy that won 4, I believe, the last
Cat,
series.
I thought he's a cat boy.
Ketterboy. Oh, how do you say
No,
it?
it's cat boy. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Is it? But cat is obviously a drug, so I just
Oh,
thought just
okay. Actually, I
who's
didn't knew that one, but
yeah, who's casting tomorrow?
myself and we still don't know.
Oh,
So,
okay, okay, all right.
but yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you for the cast, Leonard. It was a pleasure.
Thank you
Uh,
for the cast. Thank you for the cast.
and thank you everyone for following us. Was really 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 cool. Um, very very good series. Honestly, that last series was a pleasure to cast, and I hope we are gonna see um, as good of a series tomorrow, basically.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. So who does Chef now play? Do we know?
after that, uh,
Don't
I
have the
got
bracket
no
to hand,
idea.
but okay,
I got no
okay.
idea. But yeah,
Quite interesting. All right, so yeah, I mean, Kanoki, thank you very much for casting and Unstoppable. Is it Streletsy? Got on your name now. Yeah. Thank you for doing all the production stuff in the background. You guys
yep.
can't hear him or see him, but he's definitely there doing all the production stuff. So shout out to you. And I think we'll leave it there. Not sure if there is there anyone that wants the raid, the ESOC juicy raid. I certainly am going to be going bed in a sec, so it won't be me. If anyone wants it, say now. Forever hold your peace. And on that note, Kanoki, thank you very much. I'll leave it
Thanks
there.
to you. Yeah, same. I'm gonna leave it there as well. Thank you, everyone.
See
Bye
ya.
bye.